Alright, here we are live, guys, for NotSoStockGaming's second bronze tournament here. We are in Team Select for the first matchup, round 1, between Team Flash is Useless versus Team Laser Explosion. We're just waiting on the last member of Team Laser Explosion to have their last member patch up their client here to get to patch 4.7, and then we'll be underway for, again, round 1 of NotSoStockGaming's second bronze bracket tournament. Again, my name is Impossible, and I'll be shoutcasting all of this evening's matches. If you would like to join us for upcoming tournaments throughout the following week, we have a tournament for each tier. Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond. Tonight is the Bronze tournament. We have Open tier, open on Fridays as well, and then special events on the weekend. If you would like to join us for upcoming tournaments, go ahead and sign on to our website at NotSoStock.ca. You can use our Team Finder feature as a team looking for members or a member looking for a team. Both of those are available using the Team Finder feature on our website. You can also sign up your team for the tournaments on our website. And we also have a couple other features on our website, one of which includes the coaching. We have high elo coaches standing by to help you up your game if you're interested in that service. It's also available on our website, again, NotSoStock.ca. And again, to reintroduce myself, I am Impossible. I'll be shoutcasting this evening all of our winning games, starting with this match between Team Flash is Useless versus Team Laser Explosion. The winner will move on to round 2 against Team True Skill Gaming, who has earned a bye this evening for participating in previous tournaments. And again, we are just waiting for the last member of this Team Laser Explosion to patch up his client, and again, so he can get on 4.7, and we will get underway quite shortly. If you just sit tight, check out our website, NotSoStock.ca. You can check us out on Facebook as well. There's a link down at the bottom of this stream. Again, thanks for joining us so far, guys. We are about to get underway for our first round 1 match between Team Flash is Useless on the blue side versus Team Laser Explosion on purple. We're just waiting here in Team Select for the last member of Team Laser Explosion to just patch up his client, get on 4.7 with the rest of us here, and then we'll be underway for our first bronze tier tournament match between these two teams. And then the winner of this match, whom I will follow on this stream, will be matched up against Team True Skill Gaming, who have earned a bye because they have participated with us in the past in past tournaments. So we decided to give them a bye because we do not have an even number of teams that have checked in for our tournament this evening. Again, we will be underway shortly here, guys. Thanks for logging on and joining us at this point. Again, we'll be underway shortly. We're just waiting for the last member of Team Laser Explosion on purple side here to patch up his client to 4.7, and then we will get underway for the first match of round 1 here. Again, this is NotSoStock Bronze tier tournament. This is the second time we've run through the Bronze tournament, and we will be underway shortly as soon as we get the last member of TLE in Team Select here. In the meantime, you can check out our website at NotSoStock.ca. We've got a couple of features on there that you might be interested in one of which is the Team Finder. If you are just signing on to watch the stream here and you want to get involved in our tournaments for your chance to win some free RP, as well as Triumphant Rise is the prize included in the first place winners prize package. If you want to get involved, use that Team Finder feature. You can use that, just sign on as a solo summoner looking for a team. We've had a lot of teams that have actually been put together for our tournaments solely using that feature on our website. And also, if your team is just missing a few members, like you've got 3 people put together and you just need a couple, you can log onto our website and use that in the reverse process. You know, you've got a team and you're looking for a couple more solo members. And we'll get underway shortly. Also on our website, we've got our high elo coaching available. If you're interested in upping your game, then you can check out that feature on our website. If you're interested in that service, you can input your information and we'll get a high elo coach in contact with you via email. Again, this is NotSoStock Tournament's Bronze Tier Tournament, and we'll be underway shortly for our first round game between Team Flash is Useless versus Team Laser Explosion. And the winner of this matchup will move on to round 2, and will be followed by this stream to take on Team TrueSkill Gaming, who have earned a second round bye by participating in our past tournaments. Again, my name is Impossible, and I'll be shoutcasting for you this evening for our first up through our final matches here on this stream. We'll be underway quite shortly here, guys. If you have not joined us on the stream before, we would like to welcome you in particular, and if you'd like to join us throughout the week for each of our tiered tournaments, as well as the open tier on Friday and special events that happen on the weekends, we would love to have you hit that follow button and join us throughout the week. Alrighty, we'll be getting underway shortly. Again, we apologize for the delay. We're waiting for the last member of Team Laser Explosion here on purple side. They are waiting for their last member to finish patching up to 4.7 here. Once they join us here in Team Select, we'll get underway. Most of the first round matches have just started. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting our match here on stream as soon as this player joins. If they are not capable of joining within the next 5 minutes, then we'll actually just award a win we'll award a win to Flash is Useless, and they'll move on to just the round 2, and we'll get that underway. So don't worry, within the next 5 minutes here, we'll be starting a game for you here on NotSoStockGaming's Bronze Tournament. Alright, here we are into Champion Select, guys. We'll be underway shortly with our first bands coming out here for Team Flash is Useless versus Team Laser Explosion. Alright, first band coming out here, Jinx. Jinx, that awesome hyper late game carry with her Get Excited passive, means if she just gets one kill, she gets on a roll there, able to chase down people in any late game scenario here. Master Yi band out. You know, you can kind of just farm in the jungle for 20 minutes straight with that Feral Flare and then come out and pentakill. So definitely don't want to have that as something to deal with here. Team Flash is Useless with one more band coming out before turning it back over to Purple Team. Again, if you're just joining us, my name is Impossible, and on behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I'd like to welcome you here to the stream. This is the first round of our Bronze Tier tournament this evening between Flash is Useless versus Team Laser Explosion. Ezreal banned out, Leona followed by that Ezreal ban, and then Lucian the final ban here. 380 carry bans against Team Laser Explosion. Looks like first pick ready to be had here after that Wukong ban. Alright, that first lock-in here going to be Kha'Zix, most likely in the jungle, although we do have those summoner spells showing there. It looks like it might be a top lane Malphite with Flash Teleport here. Morgana could be locked in here as the support for Team Laser Explosion. Couple more picks available for Flash is Useless here. Kha'Zix is a great pick in that jungle. He's really, really strong at the moment with a lot of execute damage, and his ultimate making him untargetable or invisible unless revealed in team fights. Soraka, a bully in lane, definitely into the meta here with the shields and heals for extended team fights. Definitely plays into that Kha'Zix wanting those resets. So we'll see how that works out if that Soraka does indeed get locked in. Ryze could also be a really strong pick in that top lane, also taking teleport. Looks like Ryze and Soraka will be locked in. Pantheon insta-locked here as the jungler for Team Laser Explosion. Looks like Alistar will be locked in. It might be a mid lane Morgana then. We gotta hover over Vayne and TF here. Caitlyn perhaps going to be locked in instead as the AD carry here for Team Flash is useless. Again, if you're just joining us, guys, thanks so much for logging onto our stream here. My name is Impossible, and on behalf of NotSoStockGaming, this is our Bronze Tier tournament taking place every Sunday. Alright, Vayne does get locked in as well as that TF for the mid lane. TF with a really strong passive ability that he gets up to 6 bonus gold per last hit, which means he could be racking up some serious gold quite quickly if he does farm well in that mid lane. It looks like he'll be matched up against a Morgana here because of that Alistar pick most likely being the support then for Team Laser Explosion. Graves, the hover over here as the AD carry. Graves and Vayne both with relatively short auto attack ranges, but a lot more extended team fight potential out of the Vayne rather than Graves using all that front end burst damage. With the shields and the low cooldowns of the members here of Team Flash is useless, it's likely that we're going to have extended engagements from them if they can survive the front end damage from Malphite ultimate as well as Pantheon ultimate, followed up by the knockups, you know, from the cow here on top of Graves' damage. There's a lot of front end burst to try and delete people at the very beginning, so we'll see how team fights work out here as things get underway. Again, we got 40 seconds left for people to move around their champions here in Champion Select. Summoners just making sure they're on the right champions with the correct summoner spells, runes, masteries, and all that kind of stuff. Uh, 20 more seconds on this champion select here, guys, and once that time's out, we'll just have a 3-minute delay. In the meantime, guys, I would encourage all of you to head over to our website at NotSoStock.ca. On there, you can check out the schedule for upcoming tournaments throughout the month, as well as a couple features on our website you might be interested in. We've got the Team Finder feature, where if you have a team that's just short a few members, you can look up on our website for a couple solo queue members that are looking for teams. And if you're just a solo queue member looking for a team yourself, you can also sign on to NotSoStock.ca and sign up on that Team Finder feature that says, hey, I'm looking for a team. We've had a lot of success with that in the past, guys. Some of our a decent number of the teams that do sign up on our website for our tournaments do actually come together using that feature, so we'd encourage you to use that if you just want to get involved. If you want a shot at some free RP, we do have the top 4 teams of every single tournament, bronze up through diamond, and the any tier that's on the weekend each of those top 4 teams do get an RP reward in conjunction with their final placement, rewarded by Riot Games themselves, and the first place winners actually are rewarded with 3,200 RP apiece plus Triumphant Rise skin. So if you really want a shot at that skin that's unpurchasable in the store, then join our tournaments, guys. NotSoStock.ca, sign up on our website, sign up your team. Ranked 5s, we do have a tournament for each tier, so it doesn't matter where you're ranked. And even if you're not ranked, and you're not even a team, you just have 5 people who want to play, we have Friday nights. Okay, join us here on this stream, join us on that website. You can sign up a team of 5 people for the any tier open bracket tournament on Friday evenings. If you don't have a team, you can make one using our Team Finder feature on that website. And also, if you're interested in just upping your game, we have high elo coaching available through our website. You can check out that service. Again, NotSoStock.ca. Just put in your information. We'll get a coach in contact with you. If you're enjoying the stream, if you've joined us in the past, we'd love to have you hit that follow button at the bottom of the stream and enjoy some awesome games, awesome League of Legends, shoutcasting from start to finish. We'd love to have you join us from A to Z here at NotSoStockGaming's amateur tournaments throughout the week. Again, on behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I'm Impossible, and in a minute here, we'll get underway with our first round match of tonight's Bronze Tier tournament between Flash is Useless and Team Laser Explosion. The winner of this match will move on to round 2. Again, this entire tournament is single elimination, no losers bracket, best of 1 matches. The winner of this match will move on to round 2 to face Team True Skill Gaming, who have a second round bye because they have been involved in some tournaments with us in the past. So because we had an odd number of teams, we decided to give the one and only bye to them for this evening. Again, this is Team Flash is Useless versus Team Laser Explosion, and in 20 seconds here, guys, we'll be loading onto Summoner's Rift for our first round match as casted by me at The Impossible. You can check me out on Facebook, Twitter. You can follow my stream as well. Again, The Impossible with ones instead of I's, the same way it's spelled here in client and in that chat there, guys. And you can follow us here on this channel if you're interested in upcoming tournaments and you just want to spectate and watch as a viewer. We hope to entertain you at the best of our abilities. And if you have feedback for us as well, get in touch with us on Facebook, on Twitter, in that Twitch chat. However you want to communicate with us, we'd love to get the community's feedback on how we can provide a better experience for you guys, not only as participants of our tournament, but as viewers of this stream. We'd love to have you guys get in touch with us. So go ahead and log on to our website and check out the tournament brackets, the schedule for upcoming games and tournaments. And if you want to get involved, there's a lot of different ways to do that on our website. Again, NotSoStock.ca. Here we are in loading screen here, guys. We'll be getting underway shortly onto the Rift. Again, my name is Impossible, and I'll be shoutcasting this evening for you on behalf of NotSoStockGaming. It looks like we've got TF versus Morgana in the mid lane here. 2 ignites. No more of that summoner heal. Now that's been nerfed on patch 4.6. And then we've got a Soraka Vayne bottom lane versus Graves and Alistar. Pantheon in the jungle versus Kha'Zix in the jungle. Great early ganking potential as well as epic level 6s coming from each of those junglers. And then that top lane, duo teleports, so we're going to see a lot of map pressure between these guys. Ryze versus Malphite. Both going to be looking to tank up and be a decent front line for their team later as team fights start to break out on the Rift here, guys. Again, we're just loading into Summoner's Rift here. We'll be underway shortly for Team Flash is Useless versus Team Laser Explosion for our first round game here of the Bronze Tier for our League of Legends tournaments here. NotSoStockGaming amateur tournaments each tier throughout the week, including any tier and open bracket on the weekends. If you're interested in getting involved and your shot at some free RP, check out our website, NotSoStock.ca. We have a couple cool features on that website as well. If you haven't been there and you haven't checked these out, you should definitely take a look. We've got a couple cool features that people have been taking advantage of. We've got high elo coaches standing by. If you're interested in upping your game, just put in your information. We'll have a coach get in touch with you via email. You can check out that service on our website. Also, if you're just a solo player or just viewing our stream here and you're interested in getting involved like just on an individual basis, you don't have a team, we do have a team finder feature on our website. And you can check that out, NotSoStock.ca. Here we are on to Summoner's Rift here, guys. I'm just going to move around these matchups in the scoreboard down here so we can get people matched up correctly. Alright, level 1s. Again, this is patch 4.7, which means early trinkets are available 30 seconds into the match. In other words, 5 seconds from now. And then we're going to have likely no invades, probably just the 5-man river warding with humans here. Or insects, if you just so happen to be a Kha'Zix. Or who knows what, if you're Malphite or Soraka. Again, here we are underway, guys. We are on Summoner's Rift. Only a minute into our match here between Team Laser Explosion on purple side versus Team Flash is Useless on blue side. This is our first round match of the Bronze Tier tournament here of NotSoStockGaming's League of Legends tournaments throughout the week. The winner of this game moves on to round 2 against Team TrueSkill Gaming, who have earned a bye into our second round. It'll be interesting to see the gold numbers sway in favor early, most likely, in favor of Team Flash is Useless because of their TF passive involved. Because TF gets up to 6, between 1 and 6 bonus gold per last hit, and that can just sway the gold early in their favor. Here we go. Minions have spawned and are moving into lanes here, guys. In just about 10 seconds, buffs will spawn. It looks like it's going to be a blue buff start here for this Kha'Zix. He'll get a short leash from Ryze and TF. Here, guys, he starts it up. A solo, or a small leash coming out from this Malphite here for Pantheon to start red. Looks like the level 3s for those junglers are going to focus down here onto this bottom lane. We've got Vayne versus Graves, Soraka, and Alistar in this lane as well. Spell Thieves versus the Coin, Ancient Coin. Vayne last hitting nicely. 2-1, we'll see who can hit that level 2 first. Again, in a bottom 2v2 lane, you require the deaths, you require to be present for the deaths of the entire first wave as well as the first 3 melee minions of the next wave in order to hit that level 2 together. So both of these matchups have made it into the lane in time for the original deaths of that first wave. So as soon as these first 3 melees from each of these teams do fall, that will be level 2 for each of these guys, and we might see a little bit of action here. Again, in that top lane, it's Ryze versus Malphite, each of them with the Teleport Summoner spell on top of their Flash, so not too much offensive action there. There's level 2 for the Soraka Vayne. Silver Bolt's taken here for Vayne, and as that last minion here dies, that'll be level 2 for the Alistar and the Graves. There we go. Again, as you can see, those junglers are finishing up their second buffs around the 3-minute mark, which means they'll be thinking about their first ganks. Here we go, Kha'Zix with double buffs moving on here, perhaps jumping onto the Morgana, as he will get spotted out now. Morgana with a interesting kind of a roam here will get spotted out by the Kha'Zix. A little bit of a slow lance hunter, but nice dark binding into Tormented Soil will put nice damage down there onto Overlord Frost. As Pantheon catches onto Vayne, exhaust goes down on the Graves to keep him safe. Flash and heal both used. There's the flash out of the Graves. He's going to get first blood. Not a full 400 gold bonus, but definitely worth some, as Alistar puts a little bit more pain. And the chase coming down into behind that bottom lane turret. That'll be a trade 1-for-1, but first blood going over to Graves. It was worth 383. Not quite the 400 gold, but definitely a nice bonus early on in this matchup. Only 200 gold separates these two teams. Also, Vayne will be missing out on a substantial amount of farm as things are pushed up towards this duo here in the bot lane. Up here in the top lane, 12 to 18 in farm. The No Magic Mantle first purchase at level 1 for Tommy Smith on this Malphite here. He's going to have a little bit of an advantage reducing the damage coming out from Ryze. 21, 22 to 15, 23 to 15. He's doing quite well in this top lane, even with the range versus melee advantage that does go in Ryze's favor. Looks like mostly a noodle fight up here, not a lot of action, just a bit of a farm lane. So we'll double check on this mid lane here. 23 to 15. Morgana also doing quite well, despite dying as well as leaving the lane for a significant amount of time on top of her death. Still winning out in CS versus Plutonium's TF here, guys. 400 gold now separates these two teams in favor of Team Laser Explosion. Nice last hits, giving the passive gold over to that TF, so he might still have equal gold, depending on the roll of his loaded dice. Alright, now that Vayne has returned to this bottom lane, they didn't shove too hard, so at least she'll be able to catch up quite nicely here in the CS numbers. Only down a couple, and she's got a wave and a half to deal with in front of her right now, so that's good news for her. Pantheon, level 4 up here. Trying to get that level 6. It'll be a definite power spike for him and a great ganking tool. Grand Skyfall. Malphite in the Fog of War, being pinged out here by this Ryze. Ryze trying to catch up in those farm numbers. Trying to keep things away from his turret. Definitely difficult to last hit underneath that turret as a Ryze if you're running low on mana, as he is. Level 6 comes out for that Ryze. Level 6 going to happen now for Malphite. He will have Unstoppable Force available. Looks like Morgana's heading down to this bot lane. There are no wards in the river that will spot her out, so she is coming in the Fog of War. Nice pink ward in Tri-Brush there. Again, Vayne has no flash or heal. Nice Dark Binding lands onto Soraka. A nice knock-up comes out from that Alistar, and the Ignite will come down out of Morgana, but the last hit goes to that Graves. Graves 2-0 now. 24 CS to 27 CS. Definitely a gold lead for him in this bottom lane. TF trying to shove up that mid as best as he can. Morgana will make it back in time to get some decent gold underneath her turret. Morgana with 2 assists. A little bit of damage goes down onto this mid lane here. We'll see if blue buff gets given over to TF here. TF, no deaths, but falling slightly behind in farm. It looks like they will give that blue buff over to TF. Ziggs takes a lot of pain, but he's got a couple pots to regen himself up in the jungle here. Spirit Stone going to help him with that as well. Pink ward gets spotted out by that Soraka here in this bottom lane, so that'll be nice to get that cleared out and know that they have vision of whoever may be heading down to this bottom lane. Vayne doing well, staying a little bit ahead here in farm. However, those 2 kills on Graves will mean a significant item differential, especially post level 6 when he might want to back to get a few more items to get a little bit more damage on collateral damage when it does become available. Level 6, level 7 here for this TF, which means he does have Destiny available. He can think about ganking any lane, any and all lanes. He'll reveal everybody on the map using that ability. He's just trying to shove a little bit here. He does have blue buff, which means if he uses Destiny in the next couple minutes or so, while he does have that buff, it will go on a reduced cooldown with the CDR that is granted by the Ancient Golem buff there. Kha'Zix getting low as he completes his red buff here. Looks like he'll be basing and then thinking about ganking somewhere. TF pings that Morgana is missing. She will get spotted out by that ward in the river. Dark Binding does not connect. Vayne activates her ultimate though. Nice. Level 6 available for her, as well as this TF comes down, puts a stun down onto Graves. He's out of mana. Grand Skyfall comes down though. They'll catch onto this TF. That'll be a blue buff going over to Pantheon as he gets the last hit. Summoner Heal comes out of Vayne as soon as it comes off cooldown, basically. Nice flash knock-up onto both of these guys here. The heal goes down onto Vayne. She'll get a nice armor buff, but that'll be Soraka giving her life. Nice condemn into the wall there. He'll take a turret shot or 2, and the final hit will deal true damage as well out of this Vayne. That's going to be a kill going over to her, and double buff, transfer complete. Nice Dark Binding lands onto her to reduce that aggression. Kha'Zix is here though with red buff, but it looks like purple team will be just heading away, and Flash comes out from Morgana. Probably not necessary, but being safe nonetheless. Again, double buffs transferred over here to Vayne, and she is up in farm. Down a kill and 2 assists, though. TF heading back up to that mid lane. As I did mention, Vayne's down about 300 gold. You can see the different matchups here. 200 gold up by this TF, mostly from his passive. As you can see, he's down an assist versus that Morgana. Malphite does base to spend all his gold. He's up about 100 over that Ryze. Ryze stacking up his tier in that top lane. He will base to probably complete Catalyst the Protector as he starts to build that Rod of Ages. Again, if you're just joining us, guys, we would love to have you hit that follow button. Follow us on this stream. You can join us throughout the week for all of our amateur tournaments, bronze up through diamond, as well as a open tier on the weekends that you can join us for as well. If you're interested in joining us for your shot at free RP, then you can log on to our website, NotSoStock.ca. We have our team finder feature if you don't have a team ready to go and you just want to look for one. We also have high elo coaching standing by if you're interested in upping your game. Back in the mid lane here, 58 to 61, so relatively close, but the passive from Destiny here going to earn him an almost 250 bonus gold here. Morgana gets spotted out by that pink ward. She did not see it as she passed, so they will know that she's in the jungle here. As she gets spotted out by Ryze, no black shield used to block the rune prison, and as it wears off, the stun will come out, the ultimate comes out. Soul Shackle's not going to be enough to save her as she puts her ignite down onto Kha'Zix as well. Kha'Zix picks up a kill. He's 2-0 in the jungle here. Up in farm as well over there. Grand Skyfall is coming down here into this bottom lane as he gets a nice stun down onto Vayne. Heartseeker Strike does a lot of damage, and then it's a Spear Shot going to be the last hit. That's Vayne going down once again. Pantheon 3-1 in his jungle as Alistar activates his ultimate to tank up that tower. A great gank coming down here for 2 free kills. There's just a little bit of an answer here in this mid lane. Going to try and take down that turret. Again, if you're just joining us, guys, thanks so much for joining us. My name is Impossible, and on behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I'll be shoutcasting this evening. This is the Bronze Tier Tournament. The winners of first place end up with 3,200 RP apiece, as well as Triumphant Rise. Down in this bottom lane here, guys, a decent kill lead in favor and an assist lead in favor of that Graves, although the CS numbers are pretty much equal. A little bit of aggression here in this top lane. Malphite keeping full control of his minion lead here in his top lane. He started to get ahead early, and now with Merc Treads means he will not even take an extended rune prison. Looks like a few prings go down on a dragon here. Teams might be thinking about that. 13, almost 14 minutes in here, guys, as the bottom turret is no longer a point of defense for blue team. Again, this is round 1 between Team Flash is Useless on blue side and Team Laser Explosion on purple. Nice damage goes down onto Soraka, but she uses her W heal to give herself a little bit of an armor buff as well as HP. Grand Skyfall available again, and Pantheon down bottom side once again might even think about repeating the same gank that he's had success with in the past, getting a double kill here in the bottom lane. Kha'Zix 2-0 in the jungle, completing his jungle item. Not quite the Brutalizer that's in the hands of Pantheon, but relatively close. Nice headbutt, pushing. There's a teleport coming out as well in this bottom lane. Malphite down here, 4 members in the bottom lane, flash into the stun, and Heartseeker Strike deals enough damage to allow a last hit to come out of that Graves. That's a rampage for Graves here in the bottom lane while he stacks up that Bloodthirster. There's a Dragon available with 5 members down here in this bottom lane. It's going to be uncontestable. That's going to be a Dragon. First Dragon of the game, 15 minutes into the game, going over to Team Laser Explosion. Up about 1,000, now almost 3,000, 2,500 gold up in favor of Team Laser Explosion. We got SoStockGaming coming out here in the top lane. Nice flash from each of these, but it's followed up by Morgana, and Ignite goes down. TF ult comes into this top lane. The stun card going to go down onto Morgana, but there's not a lot for her to get away with. It'll be just a 1-for-1 trade in that top lane. Morgana trading her life for Ryze. Ryze still has teleport available to make something happen for his team. But it looks like he's not quite powerful enough at this point. Unfortunately, I just had an emergency, guys. I'm going to let this run live on the stream, but as far as shoutcasting goes, I'm going to have to take a brief respite for about 10 minutes or so. I might make it back in the time for the ending of this game. I will return for the next one, but as Spain goes down here in this bottom lane, I'm really sorry, guys. We'll be back shortly. The stream will still run with the game, but I will have to return in just a little bit here, guys. Hang tight. Shoutcasting will return in about 15 minutes tops.
with the bull and you get the horns.
Slain the dragon.
eyes open.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Alright, apologize for that, guys. Our caster is back. Alright, 9 to 15. We've got a significant 3.5, 4K gold lead in favor of Team Laser Explosion here. Flash is useless down a little bit, even in turrets, though. Looks like Graves still on a roll here. He did get shut down off of that Rampage, but he's got, you know, a decent armor pen for his burst damage to be available to him. Again, it's kind of the extended team fight that would go in favor of Team Flash is Useless, with all the shields, the low cooldowns of their abilities, and the kite ability from their champions. If they can extend a team fight, then it definitely goes in their favor. But if things just get wombo comboed, then that's definitely in favor of Team Laser Explosion here. Alrighty, a little bit of a tussle here in this mid lane. We got a 3-man stack, soon to be 5v5 here in the mid lane. Got all 5 from each team here. Alistar relatively close. Nice Rune Prison. Activates his ultimate. 4-man knockup, and then another 4-man knockup coming out from that the Alistar into the Malphite. Unstoppable Force. Grand Skyfall does fall. Zhonya's out from everybody who owns one. Nice 2-man knockup again. There's a lot of damage goes down. Heartseeker Strike takes down 1. That's a double kill for that Pantheon. Nice done there. Onto triple kill. Nice Blood of the Ruined King active to slow him, keep him under turret range. That's going to be a shutdown going over to that Vayne. But that's a 3-for-1 in favor of Team Laser Explosion. 4-man push here onto this turret. That's going to be falling. That's going to be the first inhibitor turret of the game in favor of Team Laser Explosion. Nice knockup onto Vayne. She's down to about 300, 400 HP. Dark Binding does not connect. That's going to be the first inhibitor falling 32 minutes into the game. 36 minutes it'll respawn, but this will give a little bit of breathing room for Team Laser Explosion to farm up their side lanes, as well as perhaps look for a Baron. Looks like Red's going to get stolen away in the jungle, as Malphite will teleport to save this bottom lane turret. Malphite with a decent amount of AP with that Abyssal Scepter, and quite tanky with the other items in his inventory. Recall's coming out here. Pantheon gonna clear out that top lane. We do have a TF ultimate. Destiny comes down. Black Shield will stop the stun. Nice Dark Binding will keep her safe too. And that was the last of her mana, just enough to get away without using Flash. Great play out of that Morgana here. Alright, again, in this mid lane, we do now have 4 of the 5 members of Team Flash is Useless. All but one of their flashes are available, though. Dragon spawning in just under a couple minutes. This gold lead now almost to 7k in favor of Team Laser Explosion here on purple side. Whichever, again, this is the first round match between Team Flash is Useless on blue side and Team Laser Explosion on purple. The winner of this first round bronze tier tournament game will take on Team NotSoStockGaming for the second round here, just after this, on this stream. A little bit of stack here. There is no vision. A little bit of face check. Alistar flashing away. Still has his ultimate available. Great vision control by purple team, keeping Baron and the brushes around it in the dark. Soraka gets a little bit caught here. Down to half HP. Nice stun coming out from that Pantheon. That's just going to be her being out of position away from her team. Soraka goes down without Wish. Could mean trouble. Looks like they're going to start up the Baron here. That's going to be pretty much in their favor. There's not a lot of contest you can do in a 4v5 when you're down in gold as well. Down to 3k, down to 4k health, 3k health, 2,000, 1.5, and it gets taken with the smite out of that Pantheon there. That's going to be now almost that's going to be a 9,000 gold lead or so increase in favor of purple team here. Mid lane inhibitor should respawn in just over a minute. There's a decent minion wave pushing in that bottom lane in favor of Team Flash is Useless, blue team here. They might actually take that turret with the cannon wave. Yes, indeed, that will be falling. It'll be a nice little bit of global gold and experience going back to blue team here. But they're going to need a lot more than just one turret, as they are down a turret anyway, and a Baron buff. And overall, 9,000 gold. I'm just farming away this top lane, keeping it off of the turret, trying to stop any sort of aggression from purple team here. It's purple team not having decent champions for a siege, but they definitely have the all-in potential, as we saw 4-man knockup chained into 4-man knockup for a devastating team fight in purple team's favor. Looks like Dragon is live and being taken. Again, as I said, that inhibitor's respawning in just about 5 seconds here. And there it is, guys. Inhibitor respawn. As Morgana's just going to shove up that mid lane. Almost a 10,000 gold lead now. Things are looking dire for Team Flash is Useless. It's up to Kha'Zix here to carry his team, as he's got the majority of his team's gold in his hands, with a decent amount of damage as well. Probably not enough armor penetration to get through 3 Warden's Mails or more in those separate inventories. Also, as Janya's on that Morgana, being probably the squishiest member of her team, Graves, a relatively tanky AD carry, having his passive giving him up to 10 bonus magic armor, magic resist and armor. Just keeping these minions away from this bottom lane turret. Graves going to be moving in here towards that inhibitor. A nice little bit of a knockup, keeping things away. Soraka again separated from her team. Nice 3-man knockup from Unstoppable Force. Wish comes out. Jean is for that TF. He puts a little bit of a slowdown onto the black shielded Alistar, as Kha'Zix doesn't quite pick up a kill in that backline and will actually fall. Soraka falls as well. Pantheon just going to recall and heal up on his own fountain. Looks like, again, that's going to be a 2-for-0 in favor of Team Laser Explosion. 38 minutes into the match here, an 11k gold lead, 6-4 in turrets. The inhibitor falls again, be about the 41.5, 42-minute mark before that respawns again, if we even get that far. As there are minions pushing down here in the bottom lane, Vayne is relatively alone, and Graves is quite big. He doesn't have either summoner spell available, as Vayne has both. Destiny available for this TF if they did want to try and get a pick in the jungle. But it looks like they're just going to want to keep things safe and sound in their base. Again, if you're just joining us, guys, this is NotSoStockGaming's Bronze Tier Tournament, the second that we've done so far. These are weekly tournaments, including a night for every tier. So if you're in Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Bronze, wherever your team is, if you want to get involved, go ahead and log on to NotSoStock.ca, and you can join us for your chance at free RP by winning tournament games. The top 4 teams get rewarded with RP from Riot Games. The number 1 team, each of the 5 members of that team are rewarded with 3,200 RP plus the Triumphant Rise skin. Stuns come out from both of these champions. Looks like TF's last a little bit longer, though. Just farming up and shoving up this bottom lane here, looking to grab another inhibitor. Baron has worn off and will respawn up in his pit in about 2 minutes. Dark Binding comes and connects onto Rise. A little bit of damage because he has no magic resist items in his inventory. However, just Morgana being in that bottom lane means there's nobody to quite follow up on that. TF alone in this mid lane, that's probably not the best place for him to be. He's very, very squishy. Full damage here. Nice knockup. Gets rid of the Banshee's Veil. Vayne doing her best to try and kite away there. Wildcard's putting down a little bit of pain onto Purple's champions here. As the super wave pushes in, Graves is shoving in these minions, waiting for their wave to show up so that they can take another turret and perhaps another inhibitor. Again, not a great siege comp with the short auto attack range of that Graves. However, once these ultimates do come back off cooldown for all of Purple's champions here, they're going to have quite the ability to wombo combo and dive here in this bottom lane. With the Black Shield on Condemn, will not actually stun her against the wall. Banshee's Veil has returned for Vayne, so she's a little bit safer than normal. It won't actually get that ward. Sweeper's on cooldown. Dark Binding does not connect. We've got another super wave here in this mid lane, as a decent minion wave is actually shoving on that top lane. They do have a cannon as well, so they might actually get a decent amount of damage onto this top lane turret. I doubt it will fall, but at least it's a little bit of pressure. Malphite gonna recall and clear that out. Still shoving this bottom lane, but with numbers not in their advantage at the wild, they definitely shouldn't think about a dive. Now that there's an 11,500 gold lead in favor of Team Laser Explosion, it's nigh insurmountable here for blue team.
Blue team's inhibitor is respawning soon.
As that inhibitor will be respawning in just about 10 seconds here. Baron is live in the pit, and they do have superior vision control. If you check the vision of blue team here, they have very little vision in the river, let alone in their own jungle. Looks like a little pick being set here. They do have vision on a couple champions. Looks like they're just going to start up that Baron here. There's very little that can be done to stop them, especially because this is like an open river area. Team fighting in this scenario would definitely be in favor of Purple Team with the ultimates that they can wombo combo quite well. That's the second Baron of the game going over to Team Laser Explosion here. They might come out with this victory here. Things are looking in their favor. The winner of this match will move on to round 2 to take on Team True Skill Gaming for our second game of the evening from tonight's NotSoStockGaming Amateur Tournament Bronze Tier this evening. Tomorrow will be Silver, moving on to Diamond on Thursdays, and Open Tier on Fridays. Destiny plus Janya's is available to maybe pull a Messiah play, but it looks like they'll just try to defend this open inhibitor. But again, a Baroned up Team Laser Explosion It's too bad they don't have Lux for a final spark to play to their team name. Dark Binding does connect onto Soraka. She's gotten caught a few times. Nice 4-man knockup from Unstoppable Force there. Wish comes out from the Soraka to give a little bit more HP down, but Vayne has been caught as well. Heartseeker Strike takes her down to 10% HP. Soraka just the first fall because she was the first to get caught, but it was a decent team fight in favor of blue team. Anyway, even though they didn't actually get a return kill, with a Baron up purple team, that was about as close as they could get to winning a team fight. Dark Binding available for this Morgana. Nice Black Shield onto Alistar to keep him safe, walking away from that turret as he did get nice Dark Binding onto Vayne, comboed into the stun and Heartseeker Strike from Pantheon, but he was relatively squishy to get underneath that turret. Nice, 2 kills go back for none. Destiny used to try and get this Graves here, but he had Summoner Heal and a lot of damage, so he's going to take him out. Rune Prison might come off cooldown in time to actually lock down this Morgana before her Black Shield, and that's exactly what will happen. There's another shutdown going over to Kha'Zix. Again, I said Kha'Zix will be the one that will need to carry this for his team. Nice pink ward to get a little bit of vision control in that river again. That was a decent team fight. Well played here by Team Flash's Useless. Able to turn a little bit around to a team that had Baron on them. Was actually very well played. You know, being down 13,000 gold plus a Baron buff, which is worth about another 4,000, that's really well played. I mean, I think they just used Soraka to tank up most of the front-end damage. And it looks like there's a blue buff available in the jungle. They might give that over to this Malphite here for a few more Unstoppable Forces. Or it might just be Pantheon for his Grand Skyfall. Red buff available for this Kha'Zix as well. Another dragon likely to go over here. There's not a lot of steal potential as there's not even vision. Alright, looks like there's still Baron buff for a little bit longer on these members here. Just about 30 more seconds on that Baron buff. We got super minions pushing up this mid lane. They might want to think about pushing a different lane. Side lanes are actually pushing, as far as minions go, in favor of blue team here. Well, top lane is in blue's favor. Bottom lane relatively equal. There's a GA now on this Graves, and he's got an Infinity Edge on top of his... He's full build. Gold card out from Plutonium's TF here. A little bit of BM left coming out from this Alistar, but he knows exactly what is likely to happen here. This is likely to be the last team fight, and likely to go into the favor of purple team here. Baron has worn off. Unstoppable Force is available, but there is a Banshee's Veil.
Blue team's inhibitor is respawning soon.
That mid inhibitor will be respawning in about 10 seconds. You do have a last little wave of minions there. Purple turret goes down in the top lane. Again, Graves does have a GA. Nice Dark Binding lands onto Soraka once again. L2D. Alright, now that there's a minion wave, they might think about actually diving the turret or putting at least a little bit of damage down onto it. As again, that top lane is... Alright, Unstoppable Force lands onto only a couple this time. Normally you get at least 4, but then Pantheon gets a nice Heartseeker Strike onto 3, which will just melt those health bars, allowing 3 different players to get a kill on to those blue members. This super tanky cow just going to tank up that turret to allow his team to move up. One Nexus turret onto the second here. And that's likely just going to be the Nexus as well. In favor of Team Laser Explosion, that's the first game of the evening going over to Purple Team here. The victory coming out. Congratulations to Team Laser Explosion. They'll be moving on to round 2 here on NotSoStockGaming's Bronze Tier Tournament this evening on our stream. Thanks for joining us thus far. Alright, I'll just be creating this match. Again, if you want to check out the bracket, I've just posted that in the chat for you guys. Again, if you're just joining us, guys, this is going to be round 2, the second game in favor, moving forward here in the Bronze Tier Tournament of NotSoStockGaming's League of Legends tournaments throughout the week. We have a night for each tier, as well as open tier, open bracket. On Fridays. We'll get underway here for our second round. If you want to check out that bracket, you can see how things will be shaping up through the night and how they've shaped up thus far. This will be round 2. Alright, we're just waiting on the last member. Alright, now that we've got all members into Team Select here, this is going to be round 2, game 2 of our evening here on our channel for our Bronze League of Legends tournament. This is going to be True Skill Gaming versus Team Laser Explosion. We did just see an awesome victory from Laser Explosion last game. Again, these are single elimination best of ones. Alright, here we are into Champion Select, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2, round 2 between Team True Skill Gaming and Team Laser Explosion. First ban comes out here. Ezreal banned out against Team Laser Explosion. Master Yi the first ban, followed up by a Jinx ban out of TSG. Leona the second ban out of TLE. Malphite the final ban, banned out against TLA. Decent scouting, probably will watch that last match. to keep tabs on their opponents. Again, TSG did earn a second round bye by being included in previous tournaments, and because we did have an odd number of teams that did check in for our tournament this evening, one was given a bye, and that would have been TSG because they have participated in past tournaments, so we decided to give them a little bit of bonus for them being involved with us in the past. So we got Kha'Zix as the final ban. First pick lock-in of that Graves. Might see another Alistar coming out for TLE. No, instead we're going to have the Zyra locked in. That could be mid or even support. Not quite sure just yet, as we'll see more picks come out in just a second. Locked in with that Caitlyn, though. Caitlyn with a little bit of an advantage over Graves in that bottom lane early on. She's got definitely a lot more range, so she can get a few extra auto attacks in here and there, but you know, Graves with his quick dash can dodge out Piltover Peacemaker, as well as 90 caliber net. And Graves' buckshot, his Q, actually has the same range as Caitlyn's auto attack range, so should she walk in to auto him, he can't actually return harass without auto attacking, but of course, we'll see how that turns out. Could be a mid lane or bottom lane support Morgana here. We'll see how that turns out. Vi hovered over as well. Looks like Vi does get locked in. Got a couple more picks coming out here for TLE on purple side. Normally, you don't want to give any single team, again, for those of you who are just joining us, this is round 2 between TSG and TLE here. NotSoStockGaming's bronze tier tournament. This is the second bronze tournament that we've done. Looks like Nocturne going to be locked in for the jungle with Renekton in the top lane. Definitely a top lane bully. Actually, Renekton wins the matchup against Jax quite early on before Jax begins to outscale, so we'll see if Jax can really outplay the Renekton. As I was saying, though, for those of you who play solo queue, play 5v5, keep in mind you don't actually want to give any team Vi and Morgana at the same time, because actually Morgana is a soft counter to Vi in late game team fights. Anybody who Vi just starts to do assault and battery on, casting the Vi ultimate, you just put Black Shield on them, and Vi basically flies into your team. It's almost like a free Thresh hook or Blitzcrank hook. She flies into her team, but actually doesn't knock up whoever she was intending to. So her initiation becomes moot. So, but on this team, it looks like they've got both of those champions locked in, so they might as well put the Black Shield down onto Vi as she goes in, so even after using Assault and Battery, she won't be able to be CC'd, slowed, or knocked up from mostly the Zyra peel. Looks like we do get a Nidalee locked in, so it's most likely that Morgana support as well as Nidalee in the mid lane. Top lane Jax against that Renekton. Teleport versus Ignite is what I'm thinking here, as Tommy Smith is the top laner. He's probably taking Teleport on that Renekton. TSG Shaco always takes his Knight though, so I would be surprised to see if he changed to Teleport Summoner spell. Again, TSG has been in previous tournaments, so I'm familiar with these guys. Their mid laner their jungler is traded out a little bit here. We could see a Heimerdinger in that mid lane. Alright, Heimerdinger does get locked in, guys. This is the first Heimerdinger we've seen in any of our tournaments here on NotSoStockGaming. Exciting to see that. But I'll have you guys know, TSG Shaco here on the Jax was the first ever pentakill on NotSoStockGaming stream. So if you ever want to look that up, you can also check it out on YouTube. Alright, we got 30 seconds or so remaining on the countdown for Champion Select here. You can move around your champions to their summoners, as well as double check your summoner spells, runes, masteries, and we'll be getting underway shortly. And then we'll have a 3-minute spectator delay so that there's no Ghost Reno. In the meantime, guys, if you're interested in getting involved in our tournaments, henceforth, we do have a tournament for each different tier. Tonight is Bronze, all the way up through Diamond individually per night. Diamond is on Thursday, so we got Silver tomorrow, Gold the day after, up until Diamond on Thursday. And then Friday nights are our awesome open bracket tournaments, which means it doesn't matter even if you're not even a ranked team. Just put 5 people together, sign up on the website, and go. And you can have your chance to win free RP. The top 4 teams of any tournament get RP rewards, with the winners getting 3,200 apiece for each of the 5 members on their team, 3,200 RP, as well as the Triumphant Rise skin. So definitely a coveted skin there, unavailable in the store. The only way to do it is by winning community events like these. So if you want your shot at that, sign up on our website, NotSoStock.ca. And if you don't have a team but you're interested in participating, we do have a feature called Team Finder on our website, where you can sign up as a solo member just looking for a team. Actually, we've had plenty of teams that have been involved in our past tournaments say that, hey, we were put together mostly, if not completely, of members who were just signed up on that website and looking for a team. Also, if you have like 3 or 4 people and you're just missing a couple summoners or so, you can use the Team Finder feature in the reverse process. You know, we say, hey, we've got a team, we're looking for members, so here we are on the website, here's our team, contact us if you want to join. So a lot of ways you can use our website for your advantage to get involved. You can also check the calendar of upcoming tournaments, as well as a link to the stream, link to our Facebook and our Twitter if you want to get in touch with us there. We love our community, and we love for your feedback. So if you have any suggestions, any at all, of ways we can improve our service to you, the tournaments, the stream, anything at all, get in contact with us through Facebook, through Twitter, here on the Twitch chat. We'd love to hear from you. Also, we have another feature on our website. If you're interested in upping your game, trying to rank up in that solo queue, or even in 5s, we have high elo coaches standing by, waiting for you to get in touch with them. There's a service through our website that you can check out. Again, NotSoStock.ca. We do have coaching available through our website. You can check that out online. If you want to get involved, which you should, we've got awesome tournaments, awesome casting, awesome prize pool available, and all of that information is online. Again, NotSoStock.ca. So another 35 seconds and we'll get underway into the second match of our evening here, guys. I'll go ahead and post that bracket in chat so you can see how round 2 is shaping up. Alright, 3 more seconds and we'll be getting underway. You can check out that bracket to see how round 2 is shaping up. This is the top bracket between Team NotSoStockGaming and Team Laser Explosion. As we're getting into the loading screen here, we will be loading onto Summoner's Rift shortly for our round 2 second round game between TSG and TLE. The winner will move on to our semi-final matchup against the winners of the matchup between Canadian Champions and KDA Kids. Again, on behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I am Impossible, and I've loved casting for you thus far, and I enjoy casting for the rest of the games this evening. Again, if you are just joining us for the first time tonight, we'd love for you to hit that follow button. Follow us here on Twitch. We do have nightly tournaments almost every night of the week, so we'd love to bring you great League of Legends entertainment every night, 7 p.m. Eastern, on into the evening. Again, happy Mother's Day to those of you out there. Remember to wish your mothers a happy Mother's Day and do something special for them. Let them know that you love them. maybe win a tournament on their behalf here on Not So Stock. Again, we are loading onto Summoner's Rift here, guys, for our second round match of this Bronze Tier tournament this evening. This is TSG, True Skill Gaming, versus TLE. TLE stands for Team Laser Explosion. TLE did just have an awesome win in about 45-minute game against Team Flash. Is useless for them to win and move up here against single elimination best of ones, no losers bracket here. Just you win, you move forward, you lose, you're out. And so TLA now will be taking on TSG, who has been involved in a lot of our tournaments in different tiers as well. And you can be just like them to have multiple shots at free RP here on NotSoStockGaming's amateur tournaments throughout the week. Here we are on to Summoner's Rift, ladies and gentlemen. This is our quarterfinal between Team True Skill Gaming and Team Laser Explosion. Move around these champions in the scoreboard here so we can get the matchups as they should be. A little bit of a pause coming out here. We might have had a small disconnect. We'll find that out sooner rather than later, and hopefully get back underway in just a moment. Alright, there we go. Play is resuming. Looks like we have Stealthiest Edge starts for each of the supports here in the bottom lane. Morgana versus the Zyra here. Morgana's Black Shield going to do a lot to hopefully be quick enough to get onto a champion to not allow Zyra to root anybody. Looks like we have a 4-man stack here in the mid lane brush. They haven't been spotted out. They will see Heimer. He does get pinged out in vision. Renekton puts a nice ward down. I don't think they saw that, so they will get spotted out if they choose to walk in that direction. This is vision for blue side. Vision for purple side. Again, they will be spotted out if they walk in the river. Looks like neither team will spot anybody else out. It's going to be most likely a red start for Vi, unless they do a late invade here onto blue. Again, this is patch 4.7, so the trinkets are available 30 seconds in, as you can see one here, but they won't actually have vision of this invade. Morgana did get spotted for just a brief moment. They won't know who else is there. It's a 4-man stack here at the blue buff. It's probably going to be a blue buff steal, and Nocturne starting at his red. There's the vision, as you can see. Again, Vi does have smite. She will smite that away and then just walk it off, I suppose. There is a 2v1 lane swap here. Looks like blue's going to get started up and stolen out, just to make sure that Nocturne can get 2 buffs. Zyra takes a lot of pain, though. She'll walk into lane against a Jax, who will get solo experience and will get an experience advantage over this duo here. He's going to be looking to farm as quickly as possible. I don't think he's aware of the 2v1 swap yet. Renekton still not showing in that bottom lane. Now that he will know it's a 2v1. And he hits level 2 already. Again, Cool Snake already forced to use all of her consumables. Shishisheko gonna try and farm as well as he can in a 2v1. Renekton doing the same down here. Cloth 5 star for Tommy Smith. Again, in this mid lane, Heimer just setting up his turrets. Basically just going to sit near them and let them do the farming for him. Morgana gets quite low, maybe taking a couple tower hits accidentally. Again, teleport available for Tommy Smith. No ignite, which means he has very little kill potential if they do actually dive him without his stun. A little bit of a gank here in this top lane. Forces the flash out of the Nocturne. Great job by Sam Spartan on that Vi. She did use her flash to do that gank though, so we're going to have a flash down from each of these junglers. Everything else available across the board. Oh, ignite was used by Jax, excuse me. Looks like as far as the 2v1s go, Jax gets really aggressive onto Caitlyn here. The trap won't actually hit him. Just a little bit of pain going down to Caitlyn. She's forced to use her one and only potion in her inventory. TSG Sheko with no more potions available. He probably needs to back off here as there's that range advantage for that Caitlyn. As far as 2v1s go, you can see there's a significant minion lead in favor of Graves at the moment. Renekton also following behind. So even though it was most likely the purple team that chose this 2v1, looks like they're not getting the better end of the deal with both of their changed matchups actually falling behind their respective matchups. 34-28 in farm in favor of Graves as a nice spear lands onto Heimerdinger in this mid lane. His turret gonna fall. 5 gold over to TSG, believe. She's basically out of mana. She's just gonna get rid of all these turrets here in this mid lane. Vi shows top lane to shove that turret out. Her Beth gonna wear off shortly here. Clearing out that white camp, probably trying to rush that level 6 as soon as possible. It's a little bit of a 1v1 as it's going to be those 2v2 matchup in the top lane now. As Blue says, how about we just switch it up? They want the 1v1 between Jax and Renekton. And from what we've seen so far, it looks like it definitely is going in TSG Sheko's favor. Pretty even in minions here. A little bit of pain goes down onto Jax. Nocturne is here. Fear Tether is available. A nice flash away from that gank will keep him safe, but his flash is down, and Nocturne didn't even have to use ult for that, so we'll see how long it'll take before Nocturne returns down here to this bottom lane. Up here in this top lane, the 2v2 up here, still in favor of that Graves. He's got the same items in his inventory. Nice Dark Binding on top of Tormented Soil. That's going to be a almost dead Zyra. One more minion hit. She gets down to sub 20 HP. Flash is available for Graves, but he didn't go for it. Flash and Exhaust used to keep Zyra from falling first blood. 200 gold in favor of blue team here. Mostly in this 2v2 matchup. Graves with farm numbers ahead of this Caitlyn. Vi ahead in farm numbers versus the Nocturne in the jungle. Things relatively equal in solo lanes though. Alright, a Heimerdinger gank. We all know how great those can be as TSG Sheko just jumps away. Wow, nice hit onto this Heimerdinger. The turret laser goes through both of those, but as the ultimate turret goes down, that's not going to do enough to actually save him. Heimerdinger falls first blood, not using his flash or heal to avoid that. First blood goes over to Vi. Assist credit to Jax. It's going to give him a little bit more of a lead. Nice Dark Binding lands down onto Cool Snake on that Zyra into the Buckshot out of Chaos here. Spears just missing in this top lane. Looks like there's a little bit of a 3-man possibly dive. Dark Binding back off cooldown again. 3 points in that Dark Binding. It's a relatively long stun. Nice black shield to keep herself from getting rooted under the turret. A lot of damage goes down onto Cool Snake here. Nidalee still in this top lane, and Heimerdinger will come up here to combat that pressure. Spear's not quite connecting. That's a great turret right there that'll keep TSG Believe on that Nidalee away from throwing spears. That's a lot of damage that goes down onto her. Nocturne comes with the Paranoia. Summoner Heal comes out from Nidalee, and she'll get away safely with her Flash. Fear Tether does land onto Chaos, but Peppers 14, or Peppers 13 on that Nocturne takes a lot of damage. Flash is out of the last tick of Tormented Cell that would probably have taken him down. Great plays from all of these guys to avoid even more deaths in either direction. But a lot of summoner spells used on each of these sides. Nice spear lands onto Caitlyn. She's got traps to keep anybody from diving her. A little bit of a shove out of this Vi onto that mid lane turret. Gonna make Heimer miss out on a cannon wave. He's still level 6, whereas most champions across the board are hitting level 7. Other than Zyra, of course, who has been forced to back countless times, and she's just a low level 4. Although, of course, now that we're into Season 4, for those of you who played in other seasons, you'll know that in this season it's much easier to get experience back than it used to be. Alright, there is another Heimerdinger gank, but the last time that didn't really go in his favor. Ultimate turret does go down. The Black Shield broken for against TSG Chaos. Red buff, or whatever slow was. What was that? I'm not quite sure what caused the slow, but that'll be a kill going over to Caitlyn. On top of the flash used, it looks like the flash will come out from Caitlyn too. So if flash is used by each of these AD carries, but a kill will go over to Caitlyn. Assist credit for that Heimerdinger. Zyra not getting assist credit. She's feeling like she's useless right now. Still level 5, not even having her ultimate available yet. As Heimer takes a spear, entering the lane. Nice little clear underneath the mid lane turret here, as Heimer's turrets are doing work. Nice spear takes out one of them. TSG Believe with a decent farm advantage over his mid lane matchup. Renekton and Jax relatively equal. A lot of armor built by this Renekton here, though. That's interesting. If things are quite equal, you would see most of these guys building equal items. You know, maybe both of them going for that Hydra, perhaps, or Tiamat, if nothing else. Caitlyn comes down here in this bottom lane. She isn't alone, though. We do have Nocturne here. He doesn't have Paranoia quite available yet, but the Fear Tether will complete. He does get feared in the brush. Caitlyn on the chase as well, but she's quite low. She doesn't want to fight. Jax does go back on her. Ignite goes down. One more auto attack should do it. He flashes for it. That's going to be a kill going over to TSG Shaco. He puts the stun down onto there. The Fear Tether does actually connect, and the damage from Paranoia going to be enough to complete that. TSG Believe gets a double kill. A blue buff onto each of these blue team members. Now TSG now up a couple kills, as well as a couple thousand gold. Looks like the first dragon and first turret both going to fall in rapid succession. Both of those things and global objectives in favor of TSG here. They're up 4,000 gold now. Very rapidly taking a lead over Team Laser Explosion. Doing quite well. Nidalee with a blue buff. Going to be a terror for that Heimer to deal with. Although he does have his turrets for a little bit of safety. Nice Dark Binding lands on Tommy Smith. He has a lot of armor, though, but armor won't protect you from Soul Shackles, as Ignite has gone down as well. The final last hit going over to Graves. Nice tower aggro taken by TSG Pro to make sure that Graves can stay CSing in lane. Nice aggression here from TSG Believe, but a stun goes down onto TSG. Flash coming out from that Heimerdinger. Nice dodge on that spear. Unfortunately, all of his rockets missed. Primal Surge goes down onto Nidalee here to get a little bit more attack speed as well as healing herself up. Nice Vault Breaker lands to take in a full W combo. Will take Nocturne down to half HP. He's quite squishy. Red buff picked up here by Jax. He's going to head back down, most likely to that bottom lane to shove it up once again. 2 turrets have fallen in favor of TSG. The outer turrets in the side lanes. Nice spear lands onto that Zyra. Cool Snake taking a lot of pain in this game. She's still level 6 when there's level 9s and even a level 10 in the game at this point. Nice Dark Binding lands onto Caitlyn. She's down to sub 500 HP. She definitely doesn't want to stay. Again, Nidalee with the blue buff. Wow, the body block there from the Heimerdinger definitely means he's saved Caitlyn's life there, but now he's just as low and he's probably going to have to back off, which means his turrets won't do anything. Heimerdinger does use his ultimate turret to make sure that they can't actually have that turret fall in the mid lane. Interesting choice by him. It doesn't actually put a lot of pain down onto anybody. Again, those Nidalee spears still coming out. Nocturne uses Paranoia in that top lane to save Caitlyn, but the Ignite, oh, the level up from the Caitlyn will save her from that last tick of Ignite. What a play, fortunately, for that Jax. But because of the numbers difference, blue team will take that advantage, take that opportunity, if you may, to take that mid lane turret. Nidalee gets quite low, but she does have a blue buff, which translates into mana regen as well as CDR, which means more heals. She'll keep herself safe. She is 2-0 on that champion. 5-3 in kills, 3-1 in turrets. That's almost a 5,000, more than a 5,000 gold lead in favor of Team TrueSkillGaming. Nice spear lands onto Nocturne. He walks over trap as well. He will be revealed at half HP. With the blue buff still being available on that Nidalee. Wow, she goes quite low. Primal Surge to heal herself back up. What do you think about? Maybe sieging up this mid lane turret. Not likely, though. Caitlyn does have the range, but she's about the only one on her team that can safely siege up against a turret. And there's a lot of CC available from TSG to catch people out if they do choose to siege on this turret, especially because they are up 5,000 gold or so. Pink ward in that river, getting vision control in their favor. Jack's just shoving up that top lane. Looks like he's going to take golems away as well. $116 to 87 in farm. A damage build versus a armor build. Jax is a monster up here. He's almost been able to take Caitlyn down in solo lanes on their own. Ace in the hole does land onto Vi. Piltover not being kind to their own. Heimerdinger does put down the ultimate turret, but it will fall before it can throw its laser through that team. Caitlyn really low. Blinking health bars on the side of purple team here. Looks like they're going to have to back off. And because of those recalls, that'll likely be a mid lane falling here just due to the numbers advantage in favor of TrueSkillGaming. There's a decent amount of wave clear between Heimer and Zyra, but now that Zyra is down to 30% HP from just that one max range spear, that's going to be Heimer taking another one to the face as well. One more to either of those guys, and that could be a death. Exactly what I say happens as I say it. Nidalee gets a kill with just a spear hitting onto that Heimerdinger. Great shot One more lands down onto Nocturne. He's quite low. Dragon is on the table. Looks like that's going to be the second dragon of the game. There we go. Second dragon of the game goes over to TrueSkill Gaming. That's going to give their gold lead even more of a boost. Six to 3 in kills, 3 to 1 in turrets, 2 to 0 in dragons. That's 29.5k to 22.1. 7,000+ gold in favor of TSG here. Jax gets spotted out by Ward, not able to actually last hit it, unfortunately. But he's quite large with that Blade of the Ruined King completed already. Looks like he'll put a little bit of pain down, but he's getting baited hard. Looks like he's just going to give his life for it. He does actually get the Caitlyn. It's just a 1-for-1. Teleport comes out from a Renekton. Definitely. I'm hoping that was a mistake to actually complete the teleport, because they didn't actually need him down there anymore now that Jax did fall. The ultimate turret puts a little bit of damage down onto TSG Chaos, but he's got a lot of life steal to keep himself healthy. Black Shield now is on cooldown, so Zyra might be able to get a catch here. Or the Renekton for that matter. He is quite tanky. Heimerdinger did take another spear to the face, so he has to back off. Nice steal of that Wraith by Vi. Nice Black Shield keeps the stun off of her. Morgana here might be able to land a decent Dark Binding. Nidalee with so much damage, putting so much out with those spears. One more hit gonna take him down. Morgana gets the final hit with her Soul Shackles. That's a double kill for TSG Pro. So poor Morgana doing work here. Cool Snake out of mana as the surrender vote comes out. 21 minutes in, 10-4. That's a victory for TSG. Congratulations, they've won our quarterfinal matchup here for the Bronze Tier tournament on NotSoStockGaming's amateur tournaments throughout the week. That's going to be a win for them. Alright, we'll get underway for our semifinal match as soon as we figure out who the winners were between Canadian champions and KDA kids. And then we'll get underway for our semifinal matchup here on the stream. In the meantime, guys, if you would like to get involved in future tournaments for your shot at some free RP as well as Triumphant Rise that gets awarded to the first place winners, you can log on to our website at NotSoStock.ca and check out our Team Finder option if you don't have a team. If you do have a team, just go ahead and sign up for our upcoming tournaments. We do have our schedule up there on that website for the entire month of May. If you're interested in high elo coaching, we do have that available on our website as well. You can input your information. We'll have a coach get in contact with you via email. Again, if you're just joining us, thanks so much. I would love for you guys to hit that follow button at the bottom of the stream. You can join us as a spectator, as a viewer, as a member in want of entertainment here on our stream here on Twitch. Hit that follow button. It'll send you an email anytime we go live. Again, we have tournaments almost every night of the week. Every night starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, we'll be underway shortly as soon as we find who the winner was between the matchup between Canadian Champions and KDA Kids. Again, on the bottom bracket, we had a win between Typhoons and SDSS Malachi. Typhoons did win that matchup, so they'll be in a semifinal against whoever wins between the Warm Chicken and Fappernauts. Again, as I said, we'll be having Typhoons will be in the semifinals so far. We'll see if they can make it to the finals. Again, we're just waiting to see who the victors were between Canadian Champions and KDA Kids. The winner of that matchup will be joining us here in Team Select for the streamed game of the semifinals. It'll be TSG versus whichever one of those teams wins their matchup. Again, if you're interested in joining us for upcoming tournaments, we do have 6 different tournaments throughout the week. If you're interested in your shot at some free RP, log on to NotSoStock.ca. There's the Team Finder feature. If you don't have a team, you can just log on as a solo player looking for a team. We've had a lot of success with that. Many of our teams involved in our tournaments in the past have actually been comprised completely of members from that Team Finder feature. If your team is missing just a couple players, you can find members that way. If you're interested in upping your game, we do have high elo coaches that would love to take you under their wing as their own personal project. We do have that service available on our website, NotSoStock.ca. You can check that out. We're going to have coaches standing by to get in touch with you via email. We've got just a couple minutes here that we're waiting to find who the victors are between Canadian Champions and KDA Kids. The winner of that matchup will come here onto the stream to take on TSG for this semifinal match of tonight's Bronze Tier tournament. Again, winners, top 4 teams, so if you make it into the finals and the bronze match, the third place match, first through 4th place, the top 4 teams do get RP as issued by Riot Games. Winners get Triumphant Rise on top of 3,200 RP apiece. If you guys want to see what that looks like, show it right here to you. Triumphant Rise, guys, an excellent looking skin, unavailable in the store. The only way to get a hold of that one is to win a community event like ours. So, we'll sign up on the website if you're interested in winning that collectible skin. Then log on to our website, NotSoStock.ca. Sign up as a solo queue player even. Like I said, we have that Team Finder feature available for anybody to use. Had a lot of success with that. Just throw together some members for a team. Even if you're not all the same tier, you can join as just a 5-man squad for our open tier tournaments that are on Friday nights. We get a huge turnout for that. That's always our best competition. Of course, we do have the high elo tournaments as well. Those are really fun to watch. Speaking of watching, guys, if you're interested in watching great League of Legends nightly, hit that follow button, guys. Follow the stream so that you can be involved. We'd love to have you join us each evening. Give your feedback to us on our Facebook website as well as through Twitch chat. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us here on Twitch. We'd love for your feedback as a community. We want to make this the best that we possibly can for you guys. Again, we're just waiting to see who the winner is between Canadian champions and KDA Kids. The winner of that matchup will be moving on to the semifinals here against TSG. Again, we'll be underway shortly. On behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I am at The Impossible. You can follow me on Twitter as well as Facebook. You can check out my stream too. I normally stream it after NotSoStock tournaments are over, so if you want to get in touch with me and you've enjoyed my casting, if you want to enjoy my stream, I'm doing a little bit of a plug more for myself too here. My stream is twitch.tv/TheImpossible, spelled the way that it is here in Twitch chat, if you've heard me talking. Yeah. Again, we're just waiting for to find who the matchup will be to take on TSG here in the semifinals of NotSoStock's Bronze Tier Tournament. And we'll get underway here on the stream for the semifinal. We'll be underway shortly, guys. We're just waiting on the matchup. I'm chatting with you guys here on Twitch if you want to join us in that Twitch chat. We're just waiting to find our matchup here. TSG hype in that chat. You got any other team fans? TSG hype in that chat, guys. Awesome. Again, we did have a quick surrender out of that second round match, guys, so we're waiting for full-length games to complete themselves so we can figure out who the matchup will be against TSG for the semifinal here on NotSoStockGaming's Bronze Tier Tournament. I've been chatting with you guys here in the Twitch chat, having a lot of fun. If you're just listening in, come and join us in the chat. We're having a great time. As well as hit that follow button, guys. You can follow my stream as well, at The Impossible. We got some TSG hype. I like the ideas you guys have been throwing out there for 1v1 the Shoutcaster tournament. That's kind of fun. I might put some serious thought into that, especially if we get a little bit more love on it. TSG Believe?
Hello?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Ideas you guys have been throwing out there.
Oh my god. Okay, hello?
Yeah,
Can
is
you hear
this TSG Believe?
Yeah.
Awesome, you're on stream, man. Hey, I got some questions for you. I just want to do a short interview for our fans here. So you are you the team captain of TSG?
No.
But how long have you guys been together?
We've been together for 1 year.
1 year? What other amateur tournaments have you guys been involved in? Are we the first for you guys?
Yeah, we've been in small ones, but we didn't do so good. Just the first one that we're winning prizes.
Yeah, you guys have been doing great so far, taking place in the different tier ones. Do you want to give us a little rundown of like some of the strategies you guys like to run and why you think those work for you?
Okay. We focus on team fighting. We try to survive laning phase, and I think our strengths are in the late game. We like to team fight.
So you choose champions that are stronger for team fights, or do you just focus on practicing communication when you guys play ranked 5s?
Yeah, we just focus on team fighting.
So do you have certain picks that are definitely like higher priority for your team that you're like, if this doesn't get banned out, we're definitely first picking it, or things like that?
Yeah, for TSG Gomu, he likes Kha'Zix, Jarvan, Vi.
For the jungle, correct? Yeah. I saw him put on a show as Lee Sin the other day, though. Does he like that champion as well?
Oh yeah. And TSG Pro likes Thresh. That's his favorite champion.
He's done really well against a lot of people when he's played Morgana. He's really quick with the black shields. Is that his second pick?
This is like his second time playing it. It's not his main, so I don't know. I think he's gonna start playing it more.
Yeah, because I mean, I saw throughout the other tournaments we saw him playing Twitch a lot, and he's done some really great plays on that champion. But I recently have seen him picking up some other champions in that role. I see a lot of TSG Shaco playing a lot of Jax recently. Is that just his flavor of the month champion, or does he play that a lot in solo queue?
No, he wanted to get better at it, so he played a lot of solo queue, and now he's comfortable on it, so he plays it in 5s.
So with his namesake though being Shaco, did he used to play that a lot, or does he still play it?
He plays Shaco a lot.
That's cool.
It's his most played champion in solo queue.
In the jungle?
Yeah, but we don't want him to play it in 5s because we think he's useless.
Yeah, a lot of people think that a Shaco becomes useless in team play.
Yeah.
So, what role do you play then, TSG Believe, so that you can tell all our fans here?
I play mid.
And what's your favorite champion to play? I mean, you had a great game on Italy last game for the win there.
Yeah. I main Italy.
You main Italy? How long have you been playing
Yeah,
League of Legends?
For 3 years, I think. No, 2 years. 2 years.
So about like the midway through season 2 or so?
Yeah.
That's awesome, that's awesome. So what's the highest rank you've ever achieved in solo queue?
Plat 4.
That's pretty awesome. Was that last season?
No, it's this season.
Oh, right. So what do you like about Nidalee? Why did you choose Nidalee in that matchup last game?
Because she can spear his turrets, hitting his turrets easily, and yeah.
So
once you get a lead, she's really good.
Yeah, I was just curious because if you guys, you mentioned that you guys focus a lot on team fighting. Nidalee's not really a team fighting champion. A lot of people say like Nidalee becomes useless.
We try to poke them down and then team fight. Like if I get a good speed onto a squishy target, then we try to quickly engage.
Right. Or even if they just send them packing, then they have a you'll have a numbers advantage, right? You guys took advantage of that a lot last game to just get some free turrets because they had to recall.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. So, do you guys have any like special strategies that you've been sitting on that you're gonna bust out later in the tournaments or in tournaments to come, or just keep doing what you're doing because it's been working?
Not right now. We're just doing what we're just picking what we like, and we don't have a specific strategy. We just play what we're best at.
Nice. Hey, well, you had a request from a fan in the Twitch saying, hey, if you're gonna play Nidalee in one of your next games, you should use the French maid skin if you have it.
I don't have that skin.
Well, maybe we'll get a fan to gift it to you, or you're gonna win more RP most likely if you guys keep winning like you have been. So maybe you can get that skin on your own.
Okay, I'll try.
Awesome, man. Hey, it was awesome to give you a little short interview for our fans here. Thanks for joining me, man, and best of luck in your games to come.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
See ya. That was an awesome interview there, guys. Talking to TSG Believe there. Again, we're just waiting on a matchup here to see who the winner was between Canadian Champions and KDA Kids. Whoever won that matchup will be moving on to take on TSG here on the semi-final matchup. We'll be underway shortly, guys. Hang with us. Again, we'll be underway shortly, guys. We're just waiting to see who the matchup will be for your fan favorite TSG here. Just waiting in team select for the winner to be reported between Canadian Champions and KDA Kids. We did have an awesome showing of TSG's True Skill Gaming versus Team Laser Explosion. We had a 21-minute surrender vote. So that was quite the game, and that's why we've been waiting for a little bit. Alright, enough of this dilly-dally. How about somebody 1v1 me right now? In the meantime, we'll cancel the game if we do find the other team. Somebody add me. Somebody add me. Turi, first to add me. You're gonna 1v1 me. Da, 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 da. Warm shower from the Twitch chat. Alright. I'm gonna wait until the final seconds to know Ghost or Reno. Unless I see you lock in a champion. I can't see what you choose, but I know you're watching the stream, so. Alright, he locked in a champion. Who should I play?
I'm on the case.
Here we go, guys. 1v1 on the Howling Abyss. Between a viewer, Warm Shower, in the Twitch chat versus your shoutcaster here, Impossible. Again, we'll quit as soon as we know who that matchup is that's going to take on TSG. We'll get back there, but because there was such an early game surrender vote for that quarterfinal matchup, we'll just do this for fun on the stream, guys. The Cassiopeia pick, though. I will get underway for a 1v1 matchup between me and a viewer here shortly. Again, we'll cut this short as soon as we know who's going to be in that semifinal matchup against TSG. So we might not be able to actually finish this, but we'll find out soon enough. I've been warned, apparently. Oh, we got the final four? Hold on, I gotta check that bracket, just to make sure. Oh, KDA Kids won. Unfortunately, a Warm Shower after After this, on my stream. I promise. I promise we will do it. Alright, we'll get into the semi-final here. I'll be underway shortly, guys, here for the semi-final matchup between TSG and the KDA Kids. The winner of this match will move on to the finals, which will take place just after this semi-final matchup between, again, NotSoStockGaming and the KDA Kids. If you want to check out that bracket, I'll post it in chat for you here, guys. And thanks for filling the time with me here. Just waiting on the one last member. We'll get underway. Again, thanks so much for joining us, guys. If you want to get involved for upcoming tournaments, you can log on to our website at NotSoStock.ca. You can also use our Team Finder feature if you want to get involved as just like a solo queue player and you don't have a team of your own. Also, if you're interested in upping your own game, we have high elo coaches standing by on our website at NotSoStock.ca. We had our forum post posted in that chat. If you guys would love to give us some love on that, that would be great. As well as checking out our website always helps us out. Alright, now that we got all members into our team select here, we'll be on to champion select for our semi-final matchup between TSG and KDA Kids. The winner of this matchup moves on to the winners bracket, the first place match. Here we are into champion select, guys. Again, this is the semi-final for tonight's bronze tier tournament on NotSoStockGaming's stream here. Epic League of Legends games every night of the week, a tournament for every tier, and an open tier on Friday nights. Join us. First ban going to be Renekton. Don't want to see that in the top lane. Likely to be that Jax pick then, because Jax is super strong. Renekton really the only one who can keep him down in that top lane. Graves banned out against TSG Chaos. You had a great game on Graves, forcing that 20-minute surrender. Riven banned out. Morgana banned out against TSG here. Waiting on the last ban coming out from TSG here, deciding what last champion. Warwick gonna get banned out against KDA Kids. And the last ban, Vi, banned out against USAM Spartan in that jungle. And the first pick, Jax, as I just expected. Jax locked in here. Sejuani hovered over. Haven't seen a Sejuani in our tournament just quite yet. Lucian hovered over as well. Alright, looks like they do lock in that Lucian. Lucian, a great all-around champion. He's got a decent amount of kite ability in his kit. You know, he's got Relentless Pursuit, that dash in his kit. Movement speed bonus from hitting units hit by his W spell. Decent skill shot and range. And then, of course, the culling. Great long-range poke, as well as can be used to chase somebody down for an execute. The Jarvan does get locked in. Jarvan, this is 4.7, guys, so let me put it this way. We've got the Jarvan getting an extreme buff for a 4.7 patch here, guys. I don't know if you've read the patch notes quite yet, or if you've played much on 4.7, but his shield got a massive mana reduction, and his passive got an increase, a massive buff increase. So he's quite a strong jungler at the moment. Not definitely one of those Feral Flare junglers who you just want to keep auto-attacking. He's attack speed heavy. Instead, you want to be high armor pen, high damage on that front end burst. And looks like, as we had that pre-game interview with TSG Believe, he talked about how TSG Pro loves to play that Thresh. So looks like we got two really highly contested picks, highly great picks for TSG here, the fan favorites. Why I'm talking about them so much. Looks like Believe might get back on that Nidalee too. He says it's his main, so we'll see. We do have that mid lane Orianna. Orianna, the high utility, high damage, high skill cap pick. Orianna actually, it's of the opinion of even some of the shoutcasters. If you're watching the All Stars, it's even some of the opinion of a lot of high elo players, the high elo community, that Orianna is basically the win against anyone pick if you play her correctly. She's got everything you could ever want from a mid lane champion. She's got shield, she's got movement speed bonus, she's got damage, lots of damage, displacement, vision control. She's got basically anything you could want, and great auto attacks too with her passive. Volibear, the final lock-in, though, gonna be a top lane Volibear. We'll see how that fares against TSG Shaco on that Jax. I'm worrisome for that Volibear because Volibear, most of his damage, other than his bite, comes out from his auto attacks. You need a little bit of attack speed to rack up the passive stacks for the bite, and TSG Shaco can just dodge all of that and increase his own damage by doing that. So, looks like we are just into that. Excuse me, I used the wrong scene in my stream. Sorry about that. So we've got that 3-minute delay here, guys. While we're in that delay, I want to talk a little bit about how this the 2v2 matchups go in this bottom lane here. We've got Jinx and Thresh versus Lucian, Leona. So what we've got with the Lucian Leona lane, that's a really strong all-in lane. The Lucian has a lot in his kit, including the double shot passive, light slinger, all this kind of stuff. He's got a million different ways to ignite the passive, the sunlight passive from Leona, so there's a lot of damage that can come out from the all-in potential of that Leona Lucian lane. You know, great CC from Leona and great kite ability from the Lucian versus kind of self-peel and kite ability with the outplay that can come from the Thresh. Thresh is like a soft counter to Leona here, guys, because Flay can actually interrupt Zenith Blade, the dash and root that comes out from Leona. And his hook can be used to lock down Lucian. Lucian, though, he's got his Relentless Pursuit. The dash means he can use that to kind of dodge out the death sentence from Thresh. But at level 6, there's definitely a lot more damage coming out from the Jinx lane. You know, Super Mega Death Rocket as an excellent execute from long range. You know, it is a global ability. They can use it to contribute to the whole team map-wide. But if you get Death Sentence, Jinx is going to put down the chompers underneath your feet. You're going to get rooted right after that, then flayed after that, then hit the box, and then you're just going to take Super Mega Death Rocket to the face after maybe a zap or two. So, you know, that level 6 potential of the bottom lane is really, really strong. I mean, also on the side of Purple Team, though, you know, if you take Solar Flare to the face and you get stunned up with nobody able to body block the culling for you, you're going to take a lot of damage from that as well. There's a huge tank line, though, to protect Dishonored on that Lucian, though. Sejuani, Volibear, Leona, that's a lot of tankiness. Just diving onto the backline and basically having a wall to keep people from getting at Orianna and Lucian here. So Orianna is probably going to want to go full damage, not the CDR mana regen build that we see from a lot of Oriannas. She's probably going to want to rush that Death Cap Void Staff to make sure she can put out as much damage as possible, because she does have such a strong front line to keep her protected in that back. We're going to see probably Nidalee falling off late if it does get to late, because if you get so many tanks, like as I mentioned there, then spears do less and less and less as they stack up that magic resist. So it'll be interesting to see how things turn out. We are loading onto the Rift here, guys. Again, my name is Impossible. I'll be shoutcasting for you this evening. I shoutcast all of the events on behalf of NotSoStockGaming. This is our Bronze Tier tournament. This is the semi-final matchup between True Skill Gaming and KDA Kids. We did have a awesome game just before this one that we did stream, including the TSG team. They did play against Team Laser Explosion, and it was a stomp, to say the least. We had a 21-minute surrender coming out from TLE. TSG picking up the win there. Alright, and as we're loading onto the Rift here, guys, I would encourage you to go and check out our website, NotSoStock.ca, we have a couple awesome features on that website just for you guys out there. We've got Team Finder. If you're wanting to start a team or join a team, or your team is missing a few members, use that Team Finder feature on our website to find more solo queue members or find other people who are looking to create a team with you. Then you can get involved, get your chance at winning some free RP through our tournaments here, as well as we have high elo coaching available for those of you who are looking to up your game. So check out our website, NotSoStock.ca. High elo coaching is standing by if you're interested in that. You can check out that service. You can also check out the calendar on that website for upcoming tournaments. We have 6 different tournaments throughout the week, as well as oftentimes special events on the weekends to make 7 nights of awesome League of Legends here, as hosted by NotSoStockGaming. We have a tournament for every tier, so it doesn't matter how good you are at this game, you can join us here for your chance at RP rewards, as well as Triumphant Rise is rewarded to the first place finishes of each of our tiered tournaments. Bronze up through Diamond, an open bracket, open tier, doesn't matter if you're ranked or not, put 5 people together and join us on Friday nights, guys. We'd love to have you join us. And even if you're not interested in joining us as a participant, we'd love to have you join us on this stream here. Just hit that follow button, it'll give you an email anytime we go live, and we'd love to have you in that Twitch chat, giving us nice comments on the games that are happening. Ask your questions, get in touch. Follow us on Twitter, follow us here on Twitch. Check us out on Facebook. We'd love to interact with all of our fans, as well as respond to any of your feedback. If you have any ways that we can make our service to you guys better, we would love to do that. Give us your suggestions, and we'll take everything to heart. We had an awesome suggestion tonight about having a forum for you guys that we'll be looking into, maybe getting that happening within the next week or so. And for those of you who are wondering who the heck I am, my name's Impossible, and I shoutcast for NotSoStock. We actually had a funny little thing happen in chat while we were waiting for this matchup to come about. Looks like we have some viewers that want to 1v1 me after this, just for the fun of it. On my stream, you can follow me as well on Twitch, /TheImpossible, the way that it's spelled in that Twitch chat. You can check out my stream, and you can come 1v1 me if you want, or just watch me do solo queue as I normally do on my stream. But here we are, guys, on to Summoner's Rift. This is the semi-final matchup between TSG True Skill Gaming and the KDA Kids on Purple Team. We have that huge all-in tank line for Purple Team versus lots of damage and kite ability and hard CC.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
A little bit of everything for Blue Team here. Again, this is patch 4.7, so trinket words are available at level 1. We'll see if Oriana does indeed spot these guys out as they do their invade. She will see a couple people walking in. She's going to walk that way anyway, probably a mistake. She does put that ward down in that brush. They will not have seen that go out. A ping goes down. They will get seen entering the brush here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All standing on a ward. We'll see how level 1 plays out. Although they do have an enormous advantage. Nice spear to check that brush. It'll probably be a blue steal here for TSG. Spear almost lands onto Lucian. Nice ward goes into that brush. Death Sentence does land onto Leona. She takes a lot of pain. 4 members in that brush will do that to you. She's going to have to recall. She'll be late to lane because minions already did spawn. Looks like it will be a successful blue invade for TSG. Going to steal that away for Jarman. The J4. Demacia. Alright, buff spawn in 1 second. Blue steal here for Jarvan. Red start for that Sejuani. A nice full-on leash from that Volibear, making things really simple. 2v2 in this bottom lane. No 2v1 swap like we had in recent games. Doran shield on this Thresh versus the Relic shield on that Leona. She's going to want to use up the stacks of that as quickly as possible if she wants to make full use of it. If she doesn't, then she's just going to want to hold on to him instead. Because if you actually want to make full use of that item, guys, if you're interested, the best way to use Relic Shield is the first wave. Use both of your original charges on 2 of the 3 melee minions so that you'll have one coming up, again, a stack I mean, coming up off cooldown as soon as the 3rd wave enters your lane down bottom, which includes a cannon minion, so you'll want to charge for that. So right now she's sitting on 2 stacks that she hasn't used. She'll probably still have one for the cannon minion, but that means she was actually missing out on gold she could have had already. Level 2 for Jinx and Thresh. Nice flay goes down onto Hunter Kid's Leona. She does stun him down. Nice Death Sentence lands onto Lucian, forcing the Relentless Pursuit. A little bit of a miscommunication between TSG Chaos and TSG Pro, as first blood in that top lane. Jax, a monster in a 2v1. The Jax getting a kill in a 1v2 situation. There's that bracket in chat for you guys, those of you who just asked. Also, Orianna picking up a solo kill in that mid lane, or dying in a solo 1v1 situation. Looks like she'll die to the Jarvan. She was able to get a kill onto Nidalee. Nidalee holding on to both of her summoner spells though, whereas heal was used by Orianna. No Flash Ignite for top lane Volibear anymore. Nice spear lands onto Sejuani to make her a little bit more low in that jungle. Alright, down in this bottom lane, a little bit more aggression. Leona forced to flash away. Most likely was a Death Sentence that landed from TSG Pro. We had a pre-game interview with TSG Believe, mid lane Nidalee, saying how Pro prefers this Thresh champion. Ignite goes down onto Leona. She doesn't have flash. Nice flay. She uses Zenith Blade to try and lock down Chaos. Nice Chompers goes down. That's going to be Dishonored, most likely falling. He gets rooted. Zap for the final hit. That's a double kill for that Jinx. She's getting fed early, which is crazy because Jinx is normally that late game carry, but getting her on a roll this early gonna mean scary things for purple team here. TSG Shaco, another solo kill against that Volibear, and a nice gank again to that mid lane, camping that Orianna. She still doesn't use her flash. Might have been able to survive at some point. That's 6-2 in kills, only 5 minutes in. What a bloodbath we've had so far. That's a 2.2k gold lead in favor of TSG already. Look at those farm numbers too. Mirrored in that top lane in favor of Jax. J4 with more farm in the jungle. Lucian down 11 farm. Looks like across the board, other than the support, which we're not going to count, we've got farm numbers and kill numbers in favor of TSG. They won their 21-minute surrender game just before this one, the quarterfinals. This is the semifinal matchup for the Bronze Tier Tournament, NotSoStockGaming's amateur tournaments throughout the week. TSG Believe getting a nice spear onto that cannon to last hit that. 27-23 in this mid lane. A kill to each of these guys with an extra assist in the hands of that Nidalee. Pings go down into this bottom lane. Jinx already with a BF sword. 41-28 plus a couple kills. She's got a lot of damage. Look at that pain going down onto Leona. Nice dodge out from the zap, but that means she's going to take a flay to the face. Nice Death Sentence. One more auto will do it. That's the Get Excited passive. One more kill. That's a killing spree for this Jinx. Only 7 minutes in. She's quite fed already. Looks like Jax falls in that top lane. TSG Chaos on that Jinx. She's got that awesome Q passive attack speed. That means she just shreds turrets and gets excited off of it as well. Looking to maybe look for a death sentence there. This Jinx already 3-0. They might want to think about bringing down the jungler to shut her down. She's probably just going to last hit this cannon, then back off. She actually misses it, unfortunately. She's going to most likely recall to buy. Recall coming out in that jungle for that Sejuani. She's going to most likely pick up her Spirit Golem. There she goes. Spirit of the Ancient Golem item completed for her. Elder Lizard completed for Jarvan. Early Vamp Scepter versus Giant's Belt in this top lane. Warden that river to keep Jarvan from coming up here. Already, the moment the bear enters the lane, then Jax is like, I ain't having none of that. I'm going to fight you. Nice bite comes out onto Shaco. He takes a little bit of pain. As another kill happens in that bottom lane, now they're giving him over to Thresh, I guess, because who needs more when you already got 3 kills on Jinx? Sejuani over the wall here. Might think about a little bit of a gank, but she... Spidey senses out of TSG Pro, saying, hey, back off a little bit here. Red buff on this Jarvan. He's not spotted out by a ward. TSG Believe goes all in. Nice ult out of Sejuani will lock him down. Nice shockwave to pull Jarvan underneath the tower. The last tower hit will take him down. That's a 1-for-1 as Sejuani picks up the kill. Jarvan getting the kill onto Orianna. Mid laner still remaining though. That means she'll be able to get some nice poke onto that Sejuani, as well as finishing up those last hits. She's heading top lane, or she'll just recall in the jungle. In the Fog of War to create some pressure. For a second I thought that was Super Mega Death Rocket, but that was just the recall coming out from that Jinx. She's going to go back and buy full boots, longsword on top of that BF sword. She's got a lot of damage and decent attack speed versus just a longsword and Doran's Blade in the hands of Dishonored on that Lucian. Blue buff is available. We're only 10 minutes in, but there's been 14 kills all around. It's been quite the bloodbath, guys. Command attack dissonance not actually connecting onto TSG Believe's Nidalee here. The spear coming out. Nice. Will land going through that shield. That's a lot of damage. And it looks like Thresh and Jinx are going to rotate over here to this mid lane, looking to get a few more turrets, maybe even that dragon. Jinx with the attack speed boots means she's going to be looking to take down turrets quite quickly. You'll see the attack speed. Spear misses. Orianna's quite low. I don't think she can hold this turret. She should probably just back off. The spear is off cooldown. It does connect, but the shield will keep her from actually falling to it. That's going to be another turret. 2 turrets to 0, 10 to 4 in kills. That's a 4,000 gold lead already created 11 minutes in for True Skill Gaming. Morena took another spear, looks like. TSG Believes just looking to maybe get a free pick. This is going to be the first dragon falling 11 minutes in. And that's going to increase that gold lead to almost 5,000 in favor of True Skill Gaming. Farm numbers all in favor, except for that top lane. Looks like the Bear pushing in against TSG Shaco. Nidalee coming here to this top lane, but Sejuani does have ult available, and Jax is really, really low. Looks like they're going to chase Flash onto Jax, and he just get bit in the face. Spear does land, but remember, Sejuani does have her ult available, and she does have blue buff for the low cooldowns. A 2v3, though, up here. They might be able to catch this bear. Nice slow goes down. There's no red buff on that Jarvan, but he is really, really low. So he'll just fall to the spear of that Nidalee. Looks like Jinx won't need too much help down here in the bottom lane. 3-0 on that Jinx. She's got a completed Bloodthirster as well as tier 2 boots. Dragon was already taken a minute or so ago. Nice flash from that Leona to avoid getting Super Mega Death Rocket. Nice poke down onto there as no flash on that Leona means she's just going to get locked down. Nice spear lands onto Orianna. The shield will save her from actually dying. Up in this top lane. It's a pretty close matchup, each of them with a couple kills and 3 deaths. TSG Pro tanking down that turret. Nice ult comes out from Arc Spartan to keep people underneath the turret. That was probably a mistake. Flash had to be blown by Jarvan to actually survive. Lucian's out of mana though, while on the chase. He does get the double kill. Nice flash over the wall to stay safe. A little bit of a mid-game lull here, guys. We've got 12-7 in kills, 2-0 in turrets, which means a 5k gold lead in favor of TSG. Looks like a dive down here. Ignite goes down onto this Volibear, and he will fall to the Jax. Nice roam from there. The Thresh. And Jax just goes straight ham onto Orianna. She flashes away. TSG Shaco tanking up the turret for just a moment. Nice death sentence connects onto Orianna. That's going to be another turret falling as well. Now 14-7, doubling them in kills. 3-0 in turrets. As Jafer gets a solo kill onto Lucian, and Jinx cleans up the Leona. Nice gank from this Sejuani. She needs Orianna there to follow up. Nice command. Shockwave Dissonance puts a lot of pain down. Orianna does get the shutdown onto that Jinx. That was a full 500 gold shutdown. Nice Lantern saves the Jarvan. It's just going to be a nice pick onto Jinx. Thresh, you're kind of in the wrong place. And you will fall to the double shot passive of that Lucian. Up in this top lane, though, TSG Shaco has been ignited. Nice E usage there by Shaco to get the stun as well as avoid auto attacks. That's going to be a 3-1-3-1 1-for-1 kill. Looks like 4 kills on that Jax. He's completed that Blade of the Ruined King, which is going to do a lot for him against that Volibear. Volibear stacking that health and a little bit of armor from that Sunfire Cape. We got a 2-man push, almost 3-man as soon as Thresh joins onto this mid lane turret. Again, no turrets have fallen in favor of KDA kids until now, as that bottom lane turret does fall. 3-1 in turrets, 17-9 in kills. That's a 6,000 or so gold lead. Dragon has respawned, but there is a ward on it for each of these teams. Jinx with the Zeal now, looking to complete a Phantom Dancer for more attack speed and crit chance on top of the straight damage that she has from that Bloodthirster. Again, the Dragon is available. Bottom pushing quite well. Nice Dissonance lands onto Fried Chicken on that Volibear, but he puts a lot of pain right back down onto TSG Pro. TSG Pro forced to flash away, but they do get that solo kill. A little bit of chase coming out from Miss Sejuani. She does have her ultimate available, and these guys are relatively stacked up. Lucian took a spear, though, which means he's really, really low. Sejuani chasing onto TSG Believe. This could be what happened to the Jinx as well if Shockwave and Dissonance want to be used as well, but they won't. Looks like that'll be the second Dragon of the game going over to TSG here. That'll increase their gold lead now to 7,000. (18-9) in kills, 3-1 in turrets, 2-0 in terms of the Dragons so far. Guys, this is still a close match. We've got a strong tank line available for KDA kids. And really good teamfight potential versus TSG. Spear not quite connecting. Dissonance does connect onto Orianna, but that's really deep under the turret. Looks like Jax will fall in that bottom lane to the two-man gank. Orianna gets locked down. Nice ult out of the Sejuani. Dissonance and Shockwave were used. That's going to be a kill picked up. TSG Chaos on that Jinx gets excited. Orianna has been slowed, and the nice last auto attack comes after the Jarvan. That's going to be another kill going down. TSG Believe takes a couple of turret hits. She's only got about 100 HP remaining. If she takes one more hit from anything, she will fall. Nice spear lands onto Leona there. Just waiting for that minion wave. The bear, though, he could put down a lot of pain onto these guys. He will go down. Double kill for that Jinx. That Get Excited passive doing work for her there. If you guys are just joining us, we'd love for you to hit that follow button here on the Twitch. Looks like another surrender to TSG will come out again at the 21-minute mark. Congratulations to TSG. They're moving on to the finals here. We'll see who their matchup is in just a moment. What a great game, guys. Thanks for watching so far. If you're not following us yet, we would love for you to hit that button. We're just waiting to see who the winners are between the matchups between the Typhoons and the Fappernauts. Again, if you want to check out that bracket, I'll post it in the chat for you. Again, thanks for joining us, guys. We would love for you to hit that follow button and check out our website. We've got some awesome things available on our website. We got our Team Finder feature if you're interested in joining us in the future for upcoming tournaments. If you're not a member of a team but you'd like to get involved, you can look for a team using that Team Finder feature. If your team is short just a couple people, you can find solo players to join your team, also using that feature. If you're a solo player looking to up your game in solo queue, or even a ranked 5 teams that needs a little bit of a boost, you can contact our high elo coaches through the coaching section of our website. Go ahead and check that out at NotSoStock.ca. You can follow us here on Twitch so that you can see whenever we come online. We have awesome League of Legends tournaments 6 nights of the week, plus sometimes we even have events on the weekend to make it 7 nights of awesome League of Legends. So we'd love to have you guys join us there. Follow us on Twitter. Check us out on Facebook. We had a 21-minute surrender coming out in that last matchup for a victory for TSG Pro and his team here. TrueSkill Gaming will be taking on the Typhoons in the final match here of the Bronze Tier tournament. Will be underway shortly, guys. You can check out that bracket. It's been linked in the chat a couple times. Will be underway shortly, guys, for the final of tonight's Bronze Tier tournament between TSG, TrueSkill Gaming, and the Typhoons, Team Typhoons. The winner of this match gets 3,200 RP apiece, as well as Triumphant Rise skin. Looks like it's everybody ready. Alrighty, here we go, guys. Alright, we're into Champion Select, guys. This is the finals match. The best of one single elimination winner gets first place here for NotSoStockGaming's Bronze Tier tournament. This is TrueSkill Gaming versus the Typhoons. Ezreal banned out. Jax banned out against TSG. Shaco finally. We've seen a if we finally see the Jax ban against TSG. It's been such a strong pick for Shaco in that top lane. Kale banned out as well. Kale banned out, as well as Vi. Still have some highly contested picks of the Lucian, the Morgana, Thresh. We'll see which, if any of those, get banned out as well. Kha'Zix's the final ban after that Warwick. Looks like Nidalee will be the first pick locked in there for TSG, believe. A mid lane Nidalee. We'll see if she gets counterpicked. Looks like Morgana will be locked in, most likely the support here for the Typhoons. Hit up that chat, guys. Let's see who you guys want to win. Let us know in that chat. Get a little bit of hype going. Jarvan gets locked in as the jungler for the Typhoons. TSG Chaos might want to go for that Jinx again. He got rolling quite early on that champion last game. Looks like we have some Typhoon hype in the chat, guys. Let's get a little bit of TSG. Looks like that Jinx is likely to get locked in. Looks like Jinx does get locked in, as well as Nocturne. Lucian hovered over, as well as that Ryze. Ryze could be that top laner with the teleport for his team. Sometimes it'll teleport, a great spell, also to just get back into lane very quickly in order to out-farm your matchup. But of course, not an offensive summoner spell to win your lane in 1v1s. Alright, Lucian does get locked in, as well as that top lane Ryze. Looks like we've got a couple hover overs for the top laner for TSG. Alright, we do get Thresh locked in, as well as Renekton. Interesting, we've been seeing TSG Shaco playing against a lot of Renektons on his Jax, but he has been locked in now as Renekton because Jax was banned out. A shout out to Eclectics. Thanks so much for your donation, man. It really means a lot to us for us to continue doing what we love, bringing you some awesome League of Legends. Really appreciate that, man. Alright, and the final lock-in going to be here. Yasuo locked in. It'll be the, if I'm not mistaken, the first Yasuo that we've seen here on stream for NotSoStockGaming's tournaments at all. It will be, we'll see what happens here. We got a little bit of knock-up synergy between him and the Jarvan. And we'll see how that turns out here. We have a lot of dive potential between the Nocturne and the Renekton for TSG here. TSG Believe playing the same champion he's played in the last few games. That Nidalee pick doing work for him. Looks like the first match of today, then the Yasuo was played by that same summoner. Off stream, of course. We didn't see it here yet, but that's awesome that we had a member of the Twitch chat let us know about that. That's cool to know. So it looks like he's had some practice even in this tournament on that champion. We'll see how he plays out. We're down into the 3-minute delay here, so everything that you see on your screen has been locked in as is, summoner spells and all. We're going to have that top lane rise with Teleport versus the Ignite on Renekton. Summoner heal versus Summoner Ignite in that mid lane. We'll see if Yasuo can bully that Nidalee out and win that matchup. He'll probably need to because Nidalee has gotten rolling in recent matches here, and that has definitely been an extreme advantage for TSG when they go to siege turrets. Also in that bottom lane, the TSG Pro on his favorite champion, the Thresh. We had an awesome interview with TSG Believe, and he let us know that TSG Pro definitely prefers that champion. It is his main champion. And we saw why in the last game. Just Death Sentence after Death Sentence landing and definitely proving the namesake of Death Sentence. Getting a lot of kills handed over to his team. Kill delivery service indeed. And although we do have the soft counter to Thresh here on that Morgana pick, the Black Shield can block the stun portion and pull portion of Death Sentence. However, if it does connect, you can actually pull yourself in should you choose, so there's still that option. Plus, if you time things correctly, Black Shield will time out in time for you to pull yourself and then wait a second and then flay, so you can still land some form of CC even through the Black Shield, waiting for it to time out. Lucian a really strong all-around AD carry though. He's got a lot in his kit to keep himself safe, a lot of self-peel as well as chase potential, and then great overall damage. With that Triforce build making him have a really strong power spike as soon as he can complete that. Definitely strong for taking turrets down with the Sheen procs. Although Jinx with her Q passive means she literally is just like a demolition monster, as we saw last game, taking turret after turret after turret. There's only so much you can do to stop that champion. We're going to try and see if we can get a lot of Dark Bindings landing out of that Morgana. That's the first hard CC from range that they can get out of their team, to be followed up by maybe a Rune Prison and a knockup, and then Yasuo hoping to follow up the knockups into his ultimate. Versus, as I said earlier, just the huge dive potential between the buddies diving into the backline between that Renekton and that Nocturne pick. Again, thanks so much for joining us, guys. If you haven't hit that follow button yet, we'd love for you to do that follow button at the bottom of the stream. We'd love to have you join us for all of our tournaments throughout the week as we get into the loading screen here. Also, if you want to get involved in playing in our tournaments, all you have to do is log on to NotSoStock.ca. If you don't have a team, then you can use our Team Finder feature. If you do have a team, it's as simple as just signing up. You can also check out our high elo coaching is available through our website, NotSoStock.ca. You can see the upcoming tournaments as well as the schedule of planned events that are already soon at hand. Tomorrow will be our silver tournament. We'd love to have you guys join us for that. Again, hit that follow button for the stream. You can also follow us on Twitter. Check us out on Facebook. You can do the same for me as well. You can follow me on Twitter, follow me here on Twitch. I have my own personal stream as well if you're interested in following me. Again, this is the finals matchup between True Skill Gaming and the Typhoons. Go ahead and check out our website. We do have a running poll right now. We'd love to see who you guys think is going to win the finals. Submit your vote on our website, NotSoStock.ca. We want to see who you guys think are going to take this final matchup for the first place finish of our bronze tournament this weekend. Again, we'll be underway shortly, guys, for the finals matchup between True Skill Gaming and the Typhoons. These two teams battling out for the first place finish and their shot at the triumphant Rise skin. Need one Luda here playing the Rise champion. He would love to get his hands on that skin. Triumphant Rise awarded to the winners on top of 3,200 RP individually to the winners of each of the 5 members for the team that takes the first place for each of our individual tournaments throughout the week. We'd love to have you join us for those. Check us out at NotSoStock.ca. Sign up for that team builder feature or sign up your 5v5s team. If you don't even have a ranked 5s team and you just have 4 other friends on top of yourself that would love to play, you can sign up for our open bracket tournament. That you don't even have to be a level 30. Just come and join us for a great time, a great evening of League of Legends, and your shot at some RP rewards. We'd love to have you for that. So again, check us out, NotSoStock.ca, that team finder feature to get yourself on a team, or if your team needs a couple more people, you can find some people through that resource. Also, if you're looking to up your game, we've got high elo coaches standing by to take your information so that we can help you improve your own game. If you're interested in that service, that's also on our website, NotSoStock.ca. And here we are on to Summoner's Rift, guys. This is the final match, best of 1 series. Winner takes first place and gets that triumphant Rise skin on top of the RP bonus. And that's going to be the winners of tonight's League of Legends Bronze Tier Tournament. Here we go, guys. True Skill Gaming versus the Typhoons.
To Summoner's Rift.
Fetch the rest of your team. I'll wait. Demacia, get some.
A little bit of spam in there. We're going to see this 4-man stack in the mid lane as we have seen before. We'll see what turns out here, as they will get spotted out by that ward in the river, as well as Jarvan. Still choosing to push here. They only get eyes on that Jarvan. Spirit does not quite land. A successful 5-man invade onto blue once again. free calls coming out here. Dark Binding almost connects. Not quite, though. Minions have spawned. Looks like it's going to be a blue trade, since they do have vision on the champions, stealing away the blue buff here. They're going to have a 3-man invade on this jungle over here. So Jarvan will still end up with a blue buff. Oh wow, they do get that ward in that bottom there. Nice reaction timing from those champions. Alright, looks like again it's just going to be those blue buff trades. As blue buff does go over to this Nocturne here, he's going to clear out a little bit of that camp as he takes a little bit of pain from that Lucian, but Lucian forced a flash away from that great aimed death sentence out of TSG Pro, playing on his favorite champion, as we heard from that pre-game interview. And Lucian forced to flash, but also forced to walk the long way around to get back into lane here. He's going to be under-leveled, as well as missing out on a little bit of farm. Up in this top lane, Ryze should have the range advantage. But we've seen some great performances out of TSG Shaco here. We'll see how he plays this matchup. In this mid lane, looks like neither one of these champions harassing one another. Yasuo with an early farm lead, though. Alright, looks like Jarvan's on his way up top lane. Nice death sentence, does connect onto Morgana. Nice flay into there. There's a Chompers, does actually lock down both of them. Ignite goes down onto Morgana. Will the last tick be enough? No, but the last auto will be. First blood, Jinx gets excited. Although she is quite low and tanking up minions. Summoner heal does come out. Nice flash flay, but it's not going to be quite enough. Will there be enough? Death sentence doesn't quite connect. Trying to lifesteal off the minions. Will it be enough? No. Looks like Thresh does get the last hit there, and that's going to be a 2-for-1 in that bottom lane. As Renekton survives the top lane gank. Great plays down there in that bottom lane to give first blood over to TSG Chaos. He uses that to purchase the rest of his Vam Scepter there. As you can see, the gold difference between Vam Scepter and Longsword being just about the first blood gold bonus. Nice use of the dash there to make sure that he gets away there. Spell Shield does block away a little bit of damage. So overall, not too much of a failed gank or successful for either of those junglers. No summoner spells used by either of these guys. Our pings go down into this bottom lane. Check back in here. Now that Lucian is picking back up in levels, he's just one behind here. There, he hits level 3 as they hit level 4, so he's a little bit behind in experience. But it's 15 to 11 in farm. They each have a kill to their name. Death Sentence doesn't quite connect. TSG Pro looking for a nice death sentence. Alright, Nocturne's up here in the top lane. We'll see if he gets spotted out by anything here. Looks like he won't. Nice stun goes down onto Ryze. He might be forced to flash. He will, but he's still underneath the fear tether. Lucian falling quite low here. The last auto attack will get Jinx excited. Nice slow goes down onto Beastigs. Nice flay to slow her as well. That's going to be a double kill for that Jinx. Just like last game, Jinx getting excited early. She's got 3 kills at about the 6-minute mark. Things shaping up much like they did last game. Again, Jinx with her Q passive means she's a tower shredding monster. Pro does have Death Sentence available. Gets knocked up though, flays him into the traps. That's awesome, forcing the flash. Great play out of this duo lane bot. They have awesome synergy. Ignite almost off cooldown for TSG Pro as well. That'll be another kill threat. Both summoners on cooldown. for this Jinx in the bottom lane. Death Sentence does connect, but the Black Shield was already up. Not going to be followed up because it is so deep underneath the turret. Alright, up in this top lane again, it's 33 to 36, so relatively close in terms of farm. Neither one of them harassing each other either way, but Renekton a little bit better at shoving. Nice distance, does connect. Great Black Shield will stop her from getting rooted into place. Great play by that Morgana. Even while playing from behind, you got to keep your cool. Alright, TSG Chaos on that Jinx, farming up quite nicely. She's got almost a double minion lead over this Lucian here with 3 kills to her name plus an assist. Death Sentence goal right there, missing both of those champions. Black Shield was on that Morgana, of course. Sitting quite nicely under that turret. They won't see the Jarvan just yet. But there is a ward in lane. Looks like he's just going to walk away. Looks like blue buff going to be taken by each of the junglers here, not given over to their respective mid laners. Interesting choices by them. Normally Nidalee would need a blue buff, not need, but would benefit greatly from blue buff. Increased cooldown reduction, as well as mana regen. That wind wall is a great counter to a Nidalee. You know, you can, if you feel like you can't dodge a particular spear, you can just activate that spell to block it. Nice Black Shield, getting onto that Lucian to make sure that even if he was hit by that zap, he wouldn't be slowed. A little bit of a 2v2 here in this mid lane. Nice Cataclysm locks 2 of them in place, but because of the added damage from the Super Mega Death Rocket, there's going to be a little bit more going that way. There is a nice wind wall. Flash Death Sentence from TSG Pro. What a mad life play right there. What a great hook. Seeing why he loves that champion, as we talked to TSG Believe about that earlier. Proving why right there. Securing yet another kill for his team. 6-1 now. That's almost a 3,000 gold lead in favor of TSG. Jinx farming up even more now, 58 to 46 in that matchup, with 4 kills to her name. Farmed up quite nicely. Farm numbers all in favor of TSG across the board, plus 6-1 in kills. And bottom lane turret has taken a decent amount of damage, might be the first to fall. Up here in this top lane though, Renekton still shoving in against that Rise. Alright, Shaco hits level 8 here on that Renekton. Still up in farm over his matchup. Putting a nice ward in that river. A little bit of harass goes down onto Luda on that Rise. He's out of mana though. Looks like Nidalee avoiding damage here, but might avoid the gate. Nice! Cougar form pounce there to get out of the Cataclysm. Will miss the jump over the wall though, and Rise is on his way too. He's got just enough mana for a Rune Prison. Rock him down. And we'll finish him off with a nice Q. That's going to be a kill going over to Rise. That'll help him in this top lane matchup. TSG Pro gets hit up by a nice Dark Binding. Zap doesn't quite land. And Chaos on that Jinx can put down a lot of pain onto turrets with that Q passive. Using her rocket launcher to clear out that wave. Death Sentence doesn't quite connect. Again, that Jinx just doing work on that turret. Nice Soul Shackle started up already. forcing the flash, though. I guess they couldn't grab the lantern. Paranoia comes out, though. They're going to get down onto both of them. Super Mega Death Rocket puts a lot of pain down onto Lucian as well, and the Ignite will get the last hit. That's going to be TSG Chaos getting excited. There is a red buff on that Nocturne. Fail flash by the Jarvan. Nice play from TSG Pro. It's going to be another last hit going over to that Jinx. She's on a rampage. 5, 1, and 4, and Dragon is available too. No vision control by Purple Team means it's going to be a free Dragon here with no chance to distill because their jungler is in the Death Chamber. And that's going to be the first Dragon of the game going over to TSG. 9-2 in turrets, 1-0 in dragons, 1-0 in turrets. That's going to be almost a 6,000 gold lead in favor of TSG. And here they are stacked up in the brush. There is no vision. Yasuo is kind of farming up. He uses his dash in probably the wrong direction. Nice, blocks one auto. Nice chompers out of that Jinx, though. Great Flay coming out to make sure that Yasuo couldn't follow up on his ultimate. And that's going to be the last hit. I believe it was also a crit, if I'm not mistaken, for Chaos here. The red buff doing a lot to slow him to keep him away from chasing that Nidalee. That's going to be another turret falling. 10-2 in kills, 2-0, 1 in turrets, and then 1-0 in dragons. And that's now almost a 7,000 gold lead in their favor at 13 minutes into the game here, guys. Blue buff looking to be going over to Lucian here. Or Jarvan will take it. He is a little bit behind in his jungle. Going to be farming up as much as they can, trying to get back into this game. Static Shiv almost completed by that Yasuo in the mid lane. A little bit of aggression going down onto TSG, I believe. Nice. The spear lands before the wall comes out. Shield comes out from the lantern. Flashes away from the death sentence. Might not have landed either way, but that was a great move by that. Nice flash flay goes down onto Landon on that Lucian. The culling not going to save him. And although Soul Shackles does get activated, there is so many people from TSG here in that jungle, there's no way they can get away from it. Great Windwall blocks not only the spear, but also the Dusk Trail. But the ultimate coming out from USAM Spartan on that Nocturne is going to do enough. Nocturne not going to die to that Ignite. Again, TSG Chaos on that Jinx, shredding turrets. Now that the minions have shown up, he's probably going to think about taking down that turret. Yeah, they do ping it out. 13-2 in kills. 26.2 to 17.7. Wow, that was a mistake there. She gets taken by a Dark Binding and then right into the knockup and the Cataclysm. Dunked, ladies and gentlemen, for the shutdown going over to that Lucian. That's how you come back, guys. Just those little catches. Oh, Rise gonna face check into a brush. Ignite goes down. He flashes away, but Dominus has been popped for him to tank up that turret, and another Spear lands. Pounce will be the final hit onto that Rise. A little bit of BM underneath the turret there, as he just kind of sits there for an extra second. This top lane turret might be falling here too, as Tyrone of Nox is on that Yasuo, picking up a red buff in his own jungle. Looks like this turret will fall, even though J4 comes to defend. Little do they know that Yasuo is coming with red buff, though. In this kind of the 2v1, he's trying to bait for something. Nice knockup goes on to 2. Yasuo has a lot of armor pen right now. He takes down 1. Will he be able to get a second? The teleport coming in with that Rise. She gets rooted up. Will the chase happen? Nice flash away from the range of that Rise. Dodge out from the spear. Looks like Nidalee will get away. It's just a 2-for-1 though. Great plays by TSG. 4 turrets to 0, 16-4 in kills. That's a 10,000 gold lead in favor of TrueSkill Gaming. Wow, great death sentence. Interrupts the culling. The box locks onto 1. Will the Ignite actually take down the Lucian? It will. That's going to be another 2 kills going over by those epic plays by that Thresh. One more auto attack will do it. Zap will work just as well. That's 3 kills for nothing. What a play. Alright, looks like that Jinx is farming up quite well as well. The dragon gonna spawn in just about a minute here, guys. It's a 12,000 gold lead in favor of TSG at only 17 minutes, guys. Jinx is up an entire Phantom Dancer on her matchup. That Lucian missing about 3,000 gold that's in the pockets of this Jinx here. TSG Pro looking for another death sentence. Nice Dark Binding lands onto Shaco. He's going to take a little bit of damage from that Tormented Soil. Death Sentence does connect onto Ryzen. He was low enough that he will go down. Jinx gets excited. She can't actually auto anybody over the wall except for the one that flies over following the flash from that Jarman. That is going to be 2 more kills going over to that Jinx. She's on a killing spree once again. 10-6. Nice damage coming out. Wow, one more auto would do it. She gets excited with that flash. TSG Chaos. That's not greed. That's just getting extra kills. Back on a rampage. Nice spear connects onto that Lucian. He gets really low. Super Mega Death Rocket will actually connect. Great shot from that Jinx. She's going to pick up 1 more kill. Death Sentence does connect, but there is the Black Shield. Going to get broken by that nice spear right to her face. Dominus has been popped. Gets rooted on top of those chompers. Jinx gets sighted once again. She's dominating. 1 more auto will do it. The flash auto from TSG Pro. He's getting greedy as himself. He hasn't died quite yet, but now he's got 4 kills on his own. Rampaging support here, guys. TSG Shaco tanking up that turret for quite a while. He's going to get quite low. They do shut down the Jinx. The culling right there. That's going to be 3 kills in quick succession. Shut down. Wow, another ult comes out by Tyrone of Noxus. He's going to get another kill here. Shut down. Wow, they're going to ace TSG from their own base. The chase. The chase. There's a lot of movement speed from that Zeal. And that is an ace. Wow, an ace coming out here, guys. 19 minutes in favor of not TSG, but in favor of Typhoons. Typhoon hype. Hype, guys. Hype. Will they bring it back? 24-9. A 14,000 gold lead in favor of TSG. The dragon has respawned. It is on the table for the taking, as Yasuo is pushing that bottom lane. Eight to 0 in turrets, though. Not a single turret falling on blue side. A little bit of pain goes down onto Lucian. He takes a zap to the face. He's out of mana. Looks like Nocturne will start up this dragon here. His team will join him shortly. Make things a little bit easier and quicker. Again, there's a massive gold lead in favor of TSG here. They've got that mid inhibitor down. Thinking about pushing bottom lane. Nocturne will just take that lantern. Looks like they're just shoving in the mid lane. Nice Cataclysm gets 2 in there, but Jinx has so much lifesteal that she will drain tank front line, barely getting away with like no HP. That's a double kill for this Jinx. She gets excited for the chase. Auto attacks onto that Morgana. 1 more will do it. The zap almost hits as well. No flash this time for Chaos. Dark Binding almost connects. Home Guard comes out from Yasuo. He's just going to delete that Jinx, and he does. Nice spear from Yasuo. And that's going to be another shutdown as Yasuo falls to 3 members of TSG. Nice play, keeping Jarvan quite close. TSG believe trying to execute and uses the nice Zhonya's for TSG Pro on that Thresh to get the last hit. Looks like they're just going to run here. Nice spear lands onto Ryze. One inhibitor has fallen, but will respawn shortly. They need to either stay and keep it down or push a side lane to keep this advantage. And there is that inhibitor as all members of Purple Team have respawned. Ignite goes down onto TSG believe, but the knockup misses. A little bit of a chase. Nice. Really great cutting by that in Italy. Jinx gets another last hit. She's got 16 of her team's 30 kills. Jinx is sitting on more kills than the entire purple team, guys. Really, really strong on that champion. Last Whisper completed. Looking to build an Infinity Edge after that with the pickaxe that's in her inventory. Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, and the Phantom Dancer completed. And the Baron has been started, two-manned by this bottom lane duo. Renekton will join him, flashes the wall. That'll be Baron Nashor falling for TSG, 30-12 in kills, 8-0 in turrets, and almost a 20,000 gold lead. That's almost 5,000, more than an Infinity Edge worth of gold per person's worth of a gold lead. Not counting the gold worth of the Baron buff. This is really scary. Alright, Jarvan goes into all of them, gets 3 in his Cataclysm. Looks like Nocturne will fall because he is full damage. Jinx just on the chase. Zap will last hit Illusion from like 500 HP. They need to take an inhibitor before they can hit the Nexus. That's a triple kill to complete the ace in favor of that TSG. They're going to definitely take the Nexus here. 7 seconds on that Jarvan, but I do not think that he can 1v4. Auto attacking to that Nexus. That's going to fall, guys, and that's going to be a win here for TSG. NotSoStockGaming will be the victors of tonight's Bronze Tier Tournament of League of Legends. Congratulations to them. TSG, the victors of tonight's Bronze Tier Tournament. Congratulations to them. Alrighty, guys, thanks so much for joining us, guys. A couple things before we log out here is, if you want to take your place in upcoming tournaments, we always allow signups until the night before, or early morning, technically. You can sign up on our website, NotSoStock.ca. If you're interested in finding a team, you can log onto our website and use the Team Finder feature. If you want to up your game too, if you're looking to rank up in solo queue, or your fives team needs a little bit of an extra boost, you can use our coaching on our website. We have coaches available for you. If you're interested in that service, you can check it out, again, also on NotSoStock.ca. On behalf of NotSoStock, I'd love to thank you for joining us. Hit that follow button so you'll join us tomorrow evening for our silver tournament here at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'd love to have you join us. For those of you who remember, I owe a couple people some 1v1s on my personal stream, so if you're interested in doing that, I'll go ahead and link where I'll be logging on to in just a minute or so. I'll link that in the Twitch chat for you guys. But it's been a blast so far, guys. Thanks so much if you participated. Thanks so much if you just watched. We'd love to have you guys join us here on our streams. There's the link to my stream, which I'll be over on in just a minute. I'll 1v1 some viewers. Do a little bit of solo queue too if you want to watch. I'm not quite as vocal on my stream though, but I'll answer questions that are in my own Twitch chat. Again, thanks. On behalf of NotSoStockGaming, guys, have a great night.